one of the more anticipated games of this NHL season. It's a Central Division showdown. The Dallas Stars and the Colorado Avalanche. Mikko Rantanen returns to the place where he was drafted in his first game back since he was traded to Carolina. He's now a member of the Dallas Stars after hefty contract negotiations with the Avalanche fell sourly apart. They were not able to come to an extension in which he was looking for as high as $14 million per year. However, that has not come to fruition. He was traded to Carolina, and he didn't want anything to do with the franchise. As such, he got his wish on getting traded to another contender in Dallas and has signed an 8-year extension worth $96 million total. So he's being locked up until 2033 on that regard. Hello everyone, I am Alec Nava. Welcome to Denver, Colorado. Dallas wants to make things right after losing to the Winnipeg Jets last Friday night. That's a game the entire team wants to forget about and move on from. So as to look for in this game, they are looking to turn things around after a terrible game at Winnipeg. The Stars had the same thought about throwing one into the dumpster after the game with some of their post-game comments. Cody Ceci said, quote, "It's frustrating to do that and then fall short. But we got to move on. We have another big game coming up. And this is the big game here. This game feels more critical because the Stars and Avalanche could be playing each other in the first round of the playoffs. This is also Rantanen's first game back in Denver after being traded to Carolina. A big day all around for everyone on the Stars. A win could give them momentum for their upcoming homestand. So the first key for them is to forget about Friday. Don't be the same Stars team that took the ice on Friday night. That's the last thing the fan base wants to see after trading for a top 10 player. This should be a game where the Stars send a warning shot to the Avalanche about a possible first round matchup. Jake Oettinger will get a chance to redeem himself in this afternoon. If the Stars put Friday's loss in the past, they could possibly get by the Avalanche and gain momentum traveling back to Dallas for their home stand. That is the first key of the four in which they were wanting to get to forget about their loss at the hands of Winnipeg, to put that one behind them. Rantanen needs a revenge game. They need to see the full power of the scoring threat they traded for before the deadline. The Jets defense shut down Rantanen on Friday night, but this afternoon he gets a chance to get revenge on the team that drafted and developed him. Could it be sweet to see him drop a hat trick on the team that traded him without notice because they wouldn't pay what he asked for? Could be the difference. Shut down Nathan MacKinnon and Cale Makar, which is easier said than done. They know who they must shut down if they want to win this afternoon. McKinnon's a scoring monster that could have a career afternoon if the Stars don't play defense. Could say the same thing about Cale Makar. Both players are vital if the Avs want to beat the Stars. It looks like a broken record, but both of them could give the Stars their second consecutive loss in a row if neither one are taken care of. Stars need to go out there and outplay the Avalanche for 60 minutes. That's the last key at this. The last thing the Stars want to do is lose home ice advantage in the first round of the playoffs. With home ice advantage, the Stars have a shot at moving on to the second round. Don't know if they can beat the Avalanche without that. Stars need to solidify the second place spot in the division by winning. Then, second place, they can come home with 2 points and prepare for the 4-game homestand. The Jake Oettinger could also need a mental reset before the Stanley Cup playoffs, which is another point of discussion for another day. The Avalanche, for them, it's no secret that the game has massive playoff implications for Colorado. Dallas is the likely team that the Avs will draw in the first round. If their win over Calgary on Friday night, that Colorado is just 3 points behind Dallas for second in the Central. As for the elephant in the room, the Avs will also take on Mikko Rantanen, returning to Denver with the Dallas Stars, which will be a strange sight for everyone. Saga continues. Mikko told his side the story ahead of his matchup with Nathan MacKinnon and company. He said, quote, "I want to thank the organization, the players, the coaches, and the fans for the last 10 years. It's the first thing I want to say. It's going to be emotional." So, and for this game, Colorado does know that this is a revenge game in mind. So as Parker Kelly helped keep the Avalanche point streak alive with their win over the Calgary Flames. The last time around, it looked like a slow start for both teams. It was Ryan Lindgren who got his first for Colorado, a shot for the point that went through traffic on a screen Dustin Wolf. For the Avalanche, they host the Chicago Blackhawks to close out a 6-game homestand. They have an opportunity to earn all 12 possible points as they finish up the 6-game homestand in Denver, Colorado at Ball Arena. The Chicago Blackhawks were in town to face off against Colorado, the third of 4 meetings. That was the 6-game homestand previously, from 5 days ago. However, that came to pass, and as such, this is the game in which both sides are focusing on. The Avalanche know the circumstances, and as they sit third in the Central Division, every point is crucial. They cannot afford to lose any more games because this is a Stanley Cup on the line. Colorado knows this. However, they got a recent update on Gabe Landeskog on potential retirement. The Avalanche won the Stanley Cup in December 2022. In Game 6 of that year's Stanley Cup final, that was the last game that Landeskog has played throughout his career to this day. And many believe that he could be headed towards retirement. There are hints that he could be returning at some point this season, but we do not have any significant updates. All signs are hinting that he'll miss his third consecutive full NHL season. However, for those believing he's headed towards retirement, he's firmly delivered on episode 2 of A Clean Sheet, Gabe Landeskog, hinting that he's not done yet. He said, quote, "Those people that are worried about retirement, they might have to rethink things a little bit." So, their final score between Detroit and Vegas is 3-0. The final score, the Red Wings won 3-0 in a shutout victory, a much-needed win for the Red Wings in their playoff chase as their odds are dwindling, and they need to get back into the playoff race by any means possible and fast. To go on to our projected lineups, beginning with the visiting Dallas Stars. Jason Robertson, Roope Hintz, Mikko Rantanen, Mason Marchment, Matt Duchene, Mikael Granlund, Jamie Benn, Wyatt Johnston, Yevgeny Dadonov, and to round it out, Oscar Bach, Maverick Bourque, and Sam Steele. For the defensive core, Thomas Harley with Ilya Lyubushkin, Esa Lindell with Cody Ceci, and Brandon Smith with Matt Dumba. Jake Ottinger is the starting goaltender. Casey DeSmith is the backup. Scratching the lineup, Kyle Capobianco and Colin Blackwell. For the Avs, their lineup is like this. The home team: Arturi Lehkonen, Nathan MacKinnon, Martin Necas, Jonathan Drouin, Brock Nelson, and Valerie Nichushkin. Joel Kiviranta, Charlie Coyle, Ross Colton on the third line, Parker Kelly, Jack Drury, and Logan O'Connor to round out the forward core. The defensive core, beginning with Devon Taves and Kel McCarr, Ryan Lindgren with Josh Manson, and Sam Girard with Sam Malinsky. Starting goaltenders, Mackenzie Blackwood. Backup is Scott Wedgwood. The healthy scratches are Keaton Middleton, Miles Wood, Jimmy Vesey, and Eric Johnson. Roope Hintz has returned to the Dallas lineup after missing 2 games of a facial injury. He was a full participant during the Stars' practice on Saturday. Rantanen is facing his former team for the first time, acquired by Dallas in a trade with Carolina on March 7th after the Hurricanes acquired him for the Avalanche in a free team trade on January 24th that also saw Taylor Hall going from Chicago to Carolina as part of the deal. So it was an opportunity for the Flames to build momentum in the middle of that game against Colorado. They nearly capitalized on several Avalanche turnovers, but it was Parker Kelly who got on the board next to extend the Avalanche lead to 2-0. Pouncing on a loose puck and beating Dustin Wolf Queen at the 15:23 mark. After 2 periods, Colorado got a 2-0 lead. With time winding down, Jonathan Huberdeau got the Flames on the board within 1 on the power play. It was too little too late at that point. Valerie Nichushkin hit the empty net goal with under 2 minutes ago despite numerous attempts to give Kelly the hat trick. Scott Wedgwood got the start in that game as Mackenzie Blackwood was a bit under the weather. Manson left the bench for several minutes in the first period but was out of the game with an upper body injury by the third period. So some wear and tear might be showing as the Avs enter the home stretch of the season. But he is good to go. Sam Malinsky sat again in favor of Eric Johnson, saw his ice time creep up to over 17 minutes with Manson unable to finish. It's clear that Jared Bednar is going to lean on Johnson with the trust he has in the Cup champion defenseman. But if someone has just played just 8 games and 4 months prior to coming back to Colorado, Johnson's either well rested or going to be asked too much of. So that's either or, and it's no in between. So as you look at the schedule going and ahead of this, it's Colorado in the home stretch of their season. This game marks their only home game before they go on a 3-game road trip in the eastern part of Canada. Toronto, Ottawa, and Montreal, the next 3 teams on their schedule. So the reality of this is that Colorado knows they have to get as much wear, they're getting as much wear and tear as they can, which is not necessarily a good thing. They have a lot of wear and tear, given that they have used 41 different skaters this season and 6 different goaltenders. And with the injury fiasco around them, they need to get some players, and fast. Durability has been one of their biggest concerns ever since their Stanley Cup championships, and it's no secret again. This year is what they need to go after to certify depth moves. So in the Eastern Conference picture, Montreal is just outside the picture, so is Columbus. The Canadiens are 1 point behind the Blue Jackets and Red Wings, 2 points behind, as the New York Rangers hold the second and final wildcard spot in the East with 72 points. The Ottawa Senators hold the top wildcard spot with 77 points and are 4 points behind the Toronto Maple Leafs and the Tampa Bay Lightning for second in the Eastern Conference, and this can go on to their favor, it seems. So Mikko Rantanen, the talk of this game, as he was traded to Carolina, in which it got Martin Necas, Jack Drury, and 2 firsts in return for Colorado. Carolina got Taylor Hall. However, things have not gone unswimmingly for Rantanen in Carolina, and Rantanen is speaking to the NHL and TNT crew right now in an interview. This is his first time returning to Colorado since being traded by the Avalanche to Carolina. So this is a trip back home for a big match with Dallas. So, and with this being in tow, this is going to be crucial. So Hintz returns for the Stars against Colorado here. Full participant at practice and was in the starting lineup, setting a line of Robertson on the left side, Rantanen on the right. He missed 2 games after taking a puck to the face when the Stars tried to come back from 5-1 down against the Edmonton Oilers on March the 8th. 52 points in 59 games this season. So that's all the buzz around through the league. Hey, for Dallas, this is such. There's more buzz here. The Islanders is such. Mike Riley returning against the Florida Panthers. The 31-year-old defenseman has been out of the line since November 1st when he sustained a concussion against the Buffalo Sabres. Doctors then discovered a heart defect, had a procedure on November 19th, and returned to practice on February 23rd. He is now playing 11 games this season after signing a 1-year deal on July 1st. Adam Pelech is day-to-day after he blocked a shot from Evan Bouchard off his right ankle in overtime after 2-1 loss to the Oilers. 17 assists and is averaging 21-17 of ice time in 45 games. Did not participate in the morning skate. Adam Boqvist sustained an upper body injury against the Kings on March 11th, skated Sunday in a non-contact jersey. 5 points in 12 games with the Islanders since being claimed off waivers from the Panthers on January 31st. So for Minnesota, they had a lot of injuries. Jonas Brodin skated with the Wild on Saturday, but did not play the 5-1 loss at the hands of the Blues. He last played on February 28th, has 18 points, and has been limited to 38 games because of 3 separate injuries. Minnesota still remains without Kirill Kaprizov and Joel Eriksson. Kaprizov has missed the last 16 games, Eriksson has missed the past 9, and neither forward has resumed skating yet, and their season's been on a tailspin. After a hot start to the year, there could be a scenario where they realistically miss the playoffs, and that's not what they want. Especially after starting out second in the Central and second in the NHL. Ouch. And as such, injuries potentially robbing them of a playoff spot in what could be another lost season. They don't want that to be the case. So as of right now, the standings are as follows. In the Metro, Washington holds the top seed in the East. Carolina and New Jersey second and third in the Metro. Florida is the top seed in the Atlantic. Tampa and Toronto. Tiebreaker for second. Tampa has the edge with regulation wins 33-31 over Tampa. The two wild cards, Ottawa and the Rangers. In the wild card chase are Montreal, Columbus, Detroit, Boston, the Islanders, and Pittsburgh. For some reason, as they're on a 4-game winning streak. In the Western Conference, Winnipeg holds the top seed in the West. Dallas and Colorado second and third to Central. Vegas is the top seed in the Pacific Division. The Kings and Oilers second and third to Pacific, the two wild cards. Minnesota and Vancouver. Calgary, St. Louis, and Utah on the outside looking in. Anaheim with an outside shot of making it there. They have just won their most recent game. St. Louis, however, is the hottest team in among the wild card chase in the West, going 7-1 in their last 10 games. So as we are on a countdown to puck drop, Dallas and Colorado set to take off in just a moment. I am Alec Nava. Stay tuned, everyone. Denver, Colorado. The Avalanche wanting to defend home ice here in Colorado's capital. Dallas is 42-21-2. Colorado, on the other hand, is 40-24-3. Jared Bednar with a career record of .381, .251, and 63. Peter DeBoer, 654, 442, and 148 between these two head coaches. DeBoer looking to make it to the Stanley Cup final for the third time in his coaching career. Rantanen in his first game against the Avalanche, ever since he got traded to Carolina, was the 2022 Stanley Cup champion with them, a vital member on that Stanley Cup winning core. Colorado does believe they once again have a Stanley Cup winning core and that they can keep up with the best of the best, and they inherently believe as such. Now, Rantanen is taking the ice here for his first shift in what he now calls enemy territory. Though he has good relationships with his former Colorado teammates, he is out there at the top line for Dallas, and here we go as Hitz wins the opening draw. Let's get rocking and rolling. Devon Toews matched up with Hitz right behind Blackwood's crease, and out from behind it's scooped up by Colorado. Robertson hits and ran to begin this game as Necas dumps this one onto Ottinger's net. He scoops it up and delivers for Toews. Toews fires from deep, kicked out by Ottinger. It comes back to Necas. Necas turnaround shot. He looked for deflection from McKinnon. McKinnon backhander. Ottinger grabs a hold of it and he'll cover it up. 29 seconds in after a shot by 29. We say hello to our officials. It is Trevor Hansen and Eric Furlat. Our referees, Brandon Garland and Trent Knorr, our linesmen. Good poise by Rantanen to hold this one inside as McKinnon rushed for the puck after the Lehkonen deflection was kicked out. Toews with a good hold for a deep shot. There was no deflection in front from Lehkonen. Onto this face-off, the second line's out there for the Avalanche. It is Brock Nelson wearing the number 11. Charlie Coyle wears number 10 for Colorado. The Avalanche wearing their third uniforms. It is Nelson and Johnston on this face-off. On the draw, it's Johnston. Labushkin will scoop it up. Miro Heiskanen, still no sign of him as he is still on the LTIR. Girard one-timer, deflected, and it will be picked up by Dallas. They'll move it through onto the near corner, and it will be scooped up. It's actually Scott Wedgwood in the crease as Blackwood's still under the weather. Left corner, Johnston holds the puck. Now over to the far corner as the centering pass for Johnston from Jamie Benn. It was broken up by Girard. Girard finds Drouin. Drouin tied up, ridden up the puck, and it will be Dadonov scooping it up. And we have a stoppage in the play, 1:53 in. Jamie Benn is going to the box. Interference by Jamie Benn on the play right after the scoop up as Ben was driving Wedgwood right by. As he was going towards the crease, Ben backtracked and he checked Wedgwood when he was going backwards. Not the way in which Ben was going to do. It's been 2 minutes for goaltender interference. He was boxed out in the slot, and Colorado's going to the power play. So off the power play, here they come. Now Colorado is going ahead. Moving over to the left place, Necas. Right across, and it's Makar. Going around, this one deflected up. It'll be scooped up by Colorado to hold this one inside. Necas. Going to the near corner, now back is Makar. One-timer right circle. Missed the mark. Necas will scoop it up. Around it goes over to the far half boards. Down low for Nichushkin. Nichushkin goes back. Now it's Makar. Makar holding again. Over to the right side. McKinnon. Half spin backwards, looking towards Makar's way. Now towards the net. Nichushkin is down low. In front. Nichushkin boxed out. Ottinger grabs it. Jonathan Drouin setting up from the far corner to get this one towards the slot for Nichushkin to bank this one inside. Nothing doing that time around. 1:47 into this game. 1:17 left on this power play. Drouin wanted to set up Nichushkin at the net front, but Ottinger was right there to stop it on his pad. Good patience, good poise. Another face-off win by the Avalanche as Makar goes over to Drouin. Far half boards as Nichushkin sets up behind the net. Now goes in front. Makar to Necas. Necas goes to McKinnon. Nathan McKinnon looking for someone. League leader in points. McKinnon sets up in front. Nobody there as Drouin on the hold at the far corner. Coughed up the puck and the Stars go short-handed. Can't get anything out of that one. Dallas' PK is the top-ranked penalty kill in the entire NHL. killing off 84.6% penalties. Tight shot from McKinnon. Rebound in front as Nichushkin couldn't back this one off. McKinnon with it, holding at the right point. Now going to Nichushkin. Drouin sets up at the side of the crease. McKinnon. Necas one-timer. Missed the mark, and now this one goes outside the zone. Wedgwood will come out of his crease to play this one at the far corner and leave behind. 25 left on the power play. Taves is out there, controlling the second unit. Taves drops back, and moving it up for the ice is Nelson. For the far half boards is Colton. Wanted to go back for Taves, but that was cut away. And Dallas clears this one down all the way. 10 seconds, and it'll be set up for Taves. Devon Taves moves up at the far side, and then drops it out for Nelson. Brock Nelson weaving his way through, batted up, and as Ben is out the box, Colton wanted to hold it, could not. Dallas will control it. And this will be cleared all the way down. Girard gloves it down. Sam Girard backhands it away from Matt Duchene for Devon Taves. Batted up through the ice, and this will be deflected behind Ottinger's net. From the far side, Harley almost gave that one up, and this will be held inside by the Avs. Moving for O'Connor, one-timer is blocked out inside. This one went off a leg, I believe. That was Matt Dumba. Ryan Lindgren couldn't hold his own, and this one bounces outside for an offside. Albert Johansson, Lucas Raymond, and Marco Kasper the goals for Detroit. Colorado was good on the power play at first, as there was a centering pass going tic-tac-toe as they wanted to look for the perfect placement. Down low as they set up in front, as Drouin had the right idea as Nichushkin was cutting it. Face-off is won by the Stars. Dumbo will set it across for who I believe is it Liam Bischel as he's in the lineup battling through illness. Wedgwood sticks this one aside. At the near corner, Hintz is fighting for the puck. Rantanen also wants to keep it in for Dallas. It is forced out, and Dumba going again. Rantanen cut away as Lindgren was right there. Ryan Lindgren, near corner. Almost cut away as Dallas is wanting to keep this one aside by Robertson. Devontae center pass in front. Robertson scores! Top shelf off the bank pass. Robertson made no mistake roofing it, and Dallas strikes first on their first shot on goal. Roope Hintz kept the puck all on his stick, and Robertson did the rest, roofing that one the entire way. Off the turnover from Devon Taves as he tried to get this one off. It might have hit the referee and passing this one towards Parker Kelly. Rantanen and kept this one alive and sets up Hintz, who decides not to shoot it. The first to Robertson to open up more space. Robertson, a native of California, roofs this one through, and it's 1-0 Dallas on their first shot on goal. Recollecting are the Avs. They're out shooting Dallas 5-1. That power play may do wonders with that. Ottinger plays it to the far corner. Avs keep this one alive, but it's kicked out by Dallas. Robertson from Hintz and Rantanen, and skating across is Ceci, who just fired this one off of Wedgwood. Bouncing puck is scooped up by the Avs. Through the far side is Kivaranza, a former Dallas Star. Goes for a change here off this dumping, and Dallas will scoop it up, restarting. Bank pass off the far boards. The Stars are back inside. Marchment waiting. Mason Marchment, deep shot was blocked. Dallas will recollect it. To the right points, Labushkin takes one up, and that one might have fired wide, and Harley turns the puck over. Necas blows a tire, and Harley will scoop it up. Across through the boards through Labushkin. Now Johnston cleared this one through, and Colorado scoops it up. Lehkonen re-enters with the puck. Arturi Lehkonen cross-ice pass was deflected out of the play. Nice block there in the middle of the lane by Dallas to prevent that pass from going all the way through. So it's 1-0 Stars after 2 shots on goal. The first one was roofed by Robertson as he fired it all the way and made no mistake with the puck. A tie-up on the far corner of the ice after the bounce off of the referee as Rantanen was the first to the puck. It makes its way for Hintz off the pass, and Robertson roofed it. Taves out the faceoff for Makar. Cal Makar fires one from distance, loose in the front. And Ottinger stopping that one, and Dallas will start off this attack. They go around, And Jamie Bennett's in pursuit of the puck, one of the last vitalist players in the NHL. In retrieval is Lehkonen. Lehkonen clears this one out, and picking it up is Maverick Bourque. Off the far boards, Colorado will scoop it up as they're in the midst of a change. They backtrack as they're still changing, and up for the far side of the ice is Drouin, who waits. Almost turns the puck over, but the Avs will reset. Get an opportunity to get the puck up for the ice. Sam Steele pursuing Ryan Lindgren. And for the near half boards, the Avs take a bounce, and this takes several bounces on the far side of the ice. Chopped away at it, and through the far corner, Colorado trying to keep this one alive, but Dallas clears it. Sam Alinsky picking this one up, nutmegging Steele, and now for the near side, it is Drouin, who fires this one over to the far corner. O'Connor scoops it up, but gets cut away. 2-on-2 on the counter. Dallas looks to get it back up, but a good counterattack off the defensive back check by Colorado to shut that one down. Kelly. Parker Kelly through the near boards. Moved to the side. Bishop there. It is Liam Bishop, not Brendan Smith on the ice here. And Dumba goes down, blows a tire. Far corner on this puck battle. Dallas in pursuit of it. Off the backhand, this gets batted down. And the Stars have a one-on-one through the near side. Hintz waiting. Hintz, fan on the pass as what the Avs was there. Right in his face. Robertson bodies off O'Connor. That allows his guys to scoop it up. Harley. Thomas Harley. Back across through the far side. And they move it up through the near side. But this one could not go. Up through the center. And Charlie Coyle gets shut down. Dallas moves back 3-on-2. Marchment tries to set up through center. Granlund fired that one wide. Not a strong shot though. Malinsky was shut down. And now through the middle is Kiviranta. Up the far side. Shut down by Lyubushkin as this goes to the near corner. Ross Colton keeping his life for Colorado. Fired towards Ottinger. He shut that one down and Duchesne controls it on his back end. Makar was right there at his face. Cale Makar. Best defenseman in the league. Potential Norris Trophy winner this year. Shut down there and Colorado will restart as Cody Ceci decided not to skate up with this. For the near side, Nathan McKinnon. Shut down at the near half boards and Arturi Lehkonen goes around through the boards onto the right point. Moving this one through and his shot was stopped by Ottinger. Kept alive by Colorado. On the backhand, the Avs are looking to control it. Necas. And he might have been tripped on the play. Is there a penalty coming here? The Avs looking to get this one up. Fans are irate as there's no arm up. They thought there was a trip. Dallas in control as they dump this one down. Taves. Right behind the crease of Scott Wedgwood as Steele wants to pursue the puck. Taves, hounded from behind by Steele, gets it off on his backhand, could not control anymore as Drouin was ridden off the puck. This bounces over to the far corner as Bourque wanted to chip this one inside. Near corner now. Puck battle ensuing as both teams are hounding all over each other. 9 minutes into this game. Right behind the crease of Wedgwood, and it'll be scoped up by Nichushkin. Nichushkin tried to force it out. Dallas on the hold. Wedgwood left it behind, but the Stars are all over it. Bach for Bourque. Maverick Bourque, AHL MVP last season, called up to the NHL before the year. And Colorado just gets this one out, and this one bounced inside thanks to Dallas, as both teams will make changes. 9:25 into this game, Jason Robertson the only goal. Ryan Lindgren fires this one around, and this will bounce off of Ottinger. Harley on the scoop. Off for the far half boards, as this is Dallas scooping back up with this one. Robertson waiting. Robertson getting it over to the near side. It is Harley. Harley goes around. For the far side, they try to force away some of the Avs, but it doesn't work. And one of the Avs gets tossed around like a rag doll. Parker Kelly shoved towards the wall. And it'll be Mikko Rantanen picking this one up for Dallas. Getting this one off for Robertson. Robertson flips this wide of Wedgwood. Both teams still not going and not giving up on the play as Lindgren takes down Robertson. Oh, big open ice hit. Two players collide, 1 star, 1 half. Lehkonen for the far side as Lindell right on his face. Granlund there in the vicinity. Necas also battling for the puck. It is trapped in no man's land. They both battle for this is McKinnon poking it free. Here's Gerard, who takes one up and bounces off of Ottinger. Loose at the net front. Lehkonen on his knees, keeps this one alive. Girard back with this. McKinnon from deep center misses everything. And Marchment gets this one down. Eric Johnson with it. Now it is Sam Girard who gets back up with this. Josh Manson not there on the bench. McKinnon to the swat. This one stopped by Ottinger. Both teams race for the puck as Joel Kiviranta was taking the last shot. Former star Joel Kiviranta wore number 25 for them. Scored a hat trick against Colorado in 2020 in Game 7. Kiviranta moving up for the puck through center. To the left now for Colton. Ross Colton half spin. Goes one to the left point. Taves kicked out by Ottinger. And now another shot from Malinsky. And this will be covered by Ottinger. And after 11 minutes and 15 seconds of play, we get our first ice scrapage. Sam Malinsky the last shot, but the only goal from Jason Robertson. The first point by Mikko Rantanen back in Denver ever since he got traded to Carolina. I am Alec Nava. We'll be right back after this. A tribute to Mikko Rantanen as the crowd salutes him as he gets back here. Mikko Rantanen in the number 96, a number that he is very well used to throughout his NHL career. Now with Dallas, he is emotional getting welcomed back by this Denver home crowd. He welcomes them with a warm greeting. David McKinnon emotional, as this was his line mate that he used to play with on the top line. These two were on the same line for a bunch of the time throughout their time together. Between him, between these two, and either Arturi Lehkonen, Gabriel Landeskog, Valery Nichushkin. Charlie Coyle tossed out the face-off dot. Ross Colton will step in his place against Jamie Benn. Benn wins the face-off, and he'll go back behind the net. Dallas wants to move it up through the near side. Through the penalty box door, slowed down by Coyle. They enter the zone. Dadonov is slowed down, but is held inside. Now it's a ferocious puck battle. That's why Johnson kept this one around. And a whistle blows here for the far corner as Ryan Lindgren gets sticked up high. And I believe this will be a penalty against Dallas. He might have got high sticked into the face as Johnson. It's going to be a double minor by Jamie Benn, who was penalized previously for goaltender interference on Scott Wedgwood, and Benn is going to go out for a double minor, high sticking the call. He's going to sit down. Every double minor is reviewable. So Lindgren's getting checked out by the medical staff, but they're not reviewing this penalty. It'll be a 4-minute power play by Colorado. So they have 4 minutes to figure things out on this Dallas penalty kill. The Avalanche share the same arena as the Denver Nuggets. And now Eric Furla's going to make the call. He did review it. It stands as called. A 4-minute double minor as Ben is off to the box. They deemed that Lindgren had some blood as he was sticked up high. Ben was fighting for the puck, and that did not look good. The reaction was visible. Nathan MacKinnon out there on the ice. He has 8 power play goals this season. A ripper fired wide. Drouin keeps this one alive for MacKinnon. MacKinnon going back for Makar. Necas position at the top of the left circle. Drouin. MacKinnon at his usual spot. Makar going to MacKinnon. Well defended. Drouin cross ice. Donovan Drouin going down low for Valerie Nichushkin, and now is sent back for Drouin. Makar again. Nathan MacKinnon, left circle, searching. Going down low for Necas. Now MacKinnon one more time. Toe drag around. Now a shot from the slot from Nichushkin. And that one was blocked and is forced out. Jake Ottinger standing tall, stopping all 7 Colorado shots. Scott Wedgwood, his former backup, on the opposite end of the ice. Nathan MacKinnon with speed going to Drouin. Drouin shut off against his top-ranked penalty kill. Ceci couldn't clear as Makar had an excellent hold. Necas for the right circle. Looking to center for Drouin. Couldn't get there. And is bounced out. Makar resetting. Backing up all the way. Both teams changing units partially as Wyatt Johnston was in Makar's face. This bounced up and Dallas will send this one down. Makar will pick it up. 1:20 killed of this 4-minute double minor. This functions as 2 power plays. If you don't score on your first one, you get a second power play to convert. Brock Nelson to Arturi Lehkonen and then back onto the near corner. Nelson is shut up, but Lehkonen will help him out. Onto the right point, Colton. Lehkonen. And then on the near side is Nelson. Right behind net was Charlie Coyle. Couldn't touch up on the puck. Colton leaving it for Coyle behind the net. Now Nelson. Across the ice for Taves. Nelson one more time. Brock Nelson. Taves. And then Nelson. Once again it's Taves. Where does he go to? To Nelson again. Nelson one more time. There's no lane being opened up here. Nelson going down low. After that from Coyle. Ottinger stopped him. Coyle looking to go back for Nelson. He does so. Taves waiting. Now going to Nelson. Moving up. Nelson. Coyle across the ice. Ottinger right there of a quick recovery. With 6:11 to go in the first period, he has stopped all 9 Avalanche shots. The first unit is returning to the ice for Colorado. To Jake Ottinger has been a wall so far in this first period. Colorado has been in for out with good chances. There was not a lot of room to fire that for Charlie Coyle. And of course, he needs to elevate that as Brock Nelson went down low for Coyle, who wanted to bank this one through, but there was a stick in the way by Cody Ceci. Underrated defensive defenseman. Just to get the credit that he would deserve. 1:40 to go. It is Makar. 1:40 to power play it is. It is Drouin fighting Nichushkin. Necas was set up at the net front. He goes back for Drouin. Martin Necas to Jonathan Drouin at the right circle. Now it's Kel Makar who waits. Now fire scores! Necas on the deflection! We're tied! Martin Necas would usually be someone that fires her one-timers. However, that time he got into the net front. There might have been a double deflection on the play between Nichushkin and Necas, but it was Makar's initial shot that went through traffic. And Necas with the second elevation to tip that one to the top right corner. It was deflected first by Nichushkin, and then Necas has saw the deflection, was ready for it, and he banks in his 23rd of the season. 88 in the navy blue. It is all even up at 1 apiece here, with the Avalanche outshooting the Stars 10-2. Another power play goal for the Avs as Jack Drury is tossed out the faceoff dot. Kelly will fill in his place against Rope Hintz, wins the faceoff. So all even up at 1 apiece here in Denver. Forced towards the wall is Logan O'Connor as Kelly kept this one alive. Drury near quarter to Lindgren at the left point. Deep shot. He was looking for a deflection, but that was an impossible shot The pass was intercepted by the Avalanche as they go back the other way. Down goes Matt Dumba as Kelly chips this one in. Bischel was the first one back. Bischel getting this one to Robertson. Jason Robertson sending this one over to the far side for hits. And an offside is signaled here with 5:19 to go in the first period. You don't want to give the Avalanche a 4-minute power play to work with. And that time they made the most out of that one. Makar on a double deflection as Necas deflected this one through to the top right corner. 1-1 here at Ball Arena. Back in a bit. Back here in Denver, Ball Arena, where we're tied at 1 apiece. Martin Necas from Kel Makar and Donovan Drouin. No deflection from Valery Nichushkin, but Necas with the perfect stick positioning to deflect that. So that's the goal that tied this one up at 1 apiece as we're back. And the icing here, this will get the face-off in the defensive zone of Colorado. Dallas with an opportunity to retake the lead. Rantanen's assist is his 400th of his career. He has 691 career points in the NHL. This is career game number 636 for Rantanen. And also underway is the Pennzoil 400 at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Shot right on goal was the spot by Wedgwood. The rebounds were swept away. Dumba kept this one alive. Makar trying to clear it, could not. But he's helped out by his teammates. Over the near side, Colton sending this towards Ottinger. Bischel, the first one back for this puck, but the Avs are quickly trying to retake the possession. Coyle goes around. Over to Matt Duchene. Right behind the net, it is Bischel. Stuffed in his face by both Colton and Coyle. And Maverick Bork just got tossed aside like a rag doll. Over the near half boards, Gerard keeping this one alive for the Avs. Moving it to the near corner. Shoving him is Bischel. And the shot towards Ottinger was stopped. Bischel still hounded several times. Ottinger saw this one to his left post. And now pushing and shoving between Colton and Bischel. They're not done with this. They're heated with one another. Bischel is taller. But Ross Colton thought better of it and just walks away. So aspiring professional players going through a lot of it. And Bischel is going towards the bench. So at the end of it all, nothing transpires out of this scuffle. No gloves are dropped. The Scott Wedgwood is in the crease, not Mackenzie Blackwood. Out under the weather. Face-off won by Dallas. And they look to get this one out of the zone. Colorado scoops it up as several stick lifts were from Devon Taves. McKinnon for Necas. Martin Necas. Backhand to the side. And the Avs move it up for the far side. Bounced up. Ottinger leaves this one behind, and it's Rantanen. Off the near boards, this one missed everyone. But there was a deflection, so as such, the icing gets waved off. Ben, keeping this in the zone. Wyatt Johnston wants to keep it alive. Here's Lyubushkin, a deep shot, blocked in front. Friendly fire as this was blocked off a Dallas Star. Cross-ice pass for Taves as he looks for a trailer. There is no trailer. Put towards the wall by Lyubushkin. Puck high-rising pass is gloved down by Harley. And on his knees is Zdanov, who dumps this one in. It will be an icing because he was down on his knees from behind the red line. So Rantanen's NHL journey in 2015 was drafted 10th overall by the Avalanche. Won the Stanley Cup in 2022. Trade to Carolina on January 24th this year. Trade to Dallas just 9 days ago. Then signed an 8-year, $96 million extension with Dallas in the midst of that journey. He's going to be paid a handsome sum of money on his next contract, $12 million per year. Colorado outshooting Dallas 11-3. They've been a better team throughout this first period. Does Peter DeBoer adjust here? He's been infamous for not adjusting to his opponents despite having the most stacked forecourt that he's had in his coaching career. Lindgren from his own zone will move it up for Nelson. Off the boards as Ottinger plays this one out. A backhander from Ceci. It'll be kept alive by Drouin inside the zone. The free puck picked up by Hitz. And Colorado will keep this one inside. Lindgren from the left point across. Malinsky shooting this one down. A turnaround shot went off of Ottinger. Or might have been blocked in front. Kept inside by Diaz as they go back into the zone. A stick in the lane of Nelson ends that threat. And the Stars move this one up. And this is a bouncer that was sticked away. And Malinsky scoops this one up. 2-on-2. Here comes Jonathan Drouin through the far corner with Ceci on his face. Behind the net, taking a spill, I believe was Logan O'Connor. Some stick lifts by Lindell will move this one up. And for the far half boards, it's Colorado. Sam Girard. Girard fires it. This one stopped by Ottinger. Jake Ottinger shoots this one down. Moving up. And this will be ice with 2:13 to go in the first. Cody Ceci was shooting that one down, and we'll do this over again. Jared Bednar, the bench boss of the Avalanche. Standing through, he is his 9th season as the Avalanche head coach. 381 career wins for Bednar as the Colorado head coach. And his coaching career as well. A champion at every level. ECHL, AHL, and NHL. Charlie Coyle loses the face-off as the Stars look to get this one out. It'll be gloved down by Colorado. And moving it for the near side, it is Kiviranta. Duchesne's on his face. Delivers it out to the far corner. Firing this one. This missed it. Held inside by Girard at the left point. Deep shot. It will be caught by Ottinger, who will hang on with 1:53 left in the first period. Sam Girard, a mainstay of this Colorado defensive core. Initially part of the Nashville Predators. Colorado fans welcoming Mikko Rantanen back to Denver. Say thank you for everything. We'll be right back here from Ball Arena. This is likely going to be the last game that I'm casting right before March Madness and the Frozen Four tournament. Unless if there's anything else, it'll be Nathan MacKinnon on the face-off dot at the left circle with the Avs in the offensive zone. Stars win it. And for the far side, Dallas will move this one down for the lane and for the far corner. Taves pins his man towards the wall, but the Stars will try to keep it. Necas through some pokes. Colorado gets it one through as it's Eric Johnson. Or Cale Makar rather, through the near side. Kept alive. This shot stopped by Ottinger. Nathan MacKinnon couldn't get to the puck. And Dallas shutting this one down. They only have 3 shots on goal, but they scored on one of them. Jason Robertson's opening goal. Lehkonen on the trailer for MacKinnon. MacKinnon going on the cross-ice pass. Devontae's one-timer. Necas blocked in front. And it will be Lyubushkin clearing this one out. No, it's held inside by Necas. Be met by Lyubushkin and keeping this one down. Ryan Lindgren through the far side. 1 minute to go. Sam Olinsky stops. See full south Jamie Benn. Through the near side, Jonathan Drouin. Drouin shooting this one through, and Ottinger, who loses stick, but grabs the puck quickly with 49.8 seconds to go in the first period. Drouin, one of MacKinnon's best friends. And Rantanen was able to win a possession on the goal that Dallas scored. Going 1-on-1. Pierre DeBoer reached the conference finals his first 2 seasons in Dallas. He's trying to make it to the Stanley Cup final. First time be the charm here for the Stars. Wyatt Johnston. Opposite Brock Nelson. Advantage Johnston on the faceoff. Lindell scoops it up 45 seconds ago. Bounced up and it's gloved down by Nelson. Bouncing up and around. Lindgren will use the near side to send this one up for Nelson. As there was a deflection, Nichushkin ran to his own teammate Nelson. Right around through the far side, behind the net, as Dallas clears this one out. And Johnston baseball bats this one inside the zone. Lindgren sticks it away from Dallas. 20 seconds. And for the far half boards, the Stars scoop it up. Cody Ceci setting this one up for the ice, and down for the lane with speed is Matt Duchene. Duchene with 10. Looks at the near corner. Goes back to the point. Cody Ceci fires this one. And Scott Wedgwood will hold on to it. 6.6 seconds to go. That's just the 4th Dallas shot on goal. They have not scored since their first shot on goal, but shots have came very few and far between for the Stars. There's one that they've had as they are looking to box out Scott Wedgwood. Ceci teed one up. Likely a deflection from Mikael Granlund. As Ceci blasts one low side with Granlund in the vicinity right in front of Wedgwood. 5 seconds to go in the first period. So it looks like there are some clock issues, it seems, as Ceci is on the bench looking upwards. They put 6.8 seconds on the clock for this faceoff. And it's won by Colorado. They shoot this one down for the lane. The Stars are trying to force the icing. There will be no icing here to end off the first period. And as such, the Avalanche will exit period number 1 with a 13-4 shot on goal advantage, unless if we have something else. The Avalanche are leaving the ice right now, and I believe the Stars are going to leave the ice. Both of them will. So it's 1-1 after 1, but the Avalanche are heavily outshooting them 13-4. We'll be right back for the first intermission report in just a moment. I am Alec Nava. Stay tuned, everyone. Mikko Rantanen returns to Denver and has already got onto the board with an assist on Jason Robertson's goal, winning a puck battle. I am Alec Nava. Colorado tied it up 1-1 thanks to Cale Makar's shot from the point. It was deflected by Martin Necas home. They have a 13-4 shots on goal advantage. And through 20 minutes, that is the stat line that is leading through the way for the Avalanche on getting momentum on the way to, who knows if there's a victory over a Rantanen revenge game. Who knows if that's going to come to fruition here on Rantanen's revenge game here against Colorado as he is fitting seamlessly into the Dallas lineup. Hits are 8-7 Colorado. Dallas has won 11 of the 19 faceoffs. Power plays, Colorado has gone free, and 2 of them were part of that 4-minute double minor on Jamie Benn. All of the power plays have been because of Jamie Benn penalties, and Colorado is 1 of 3 in such. Block shots 5-2 Dallas. Takeaways are 3-2 Colorado, and giveaways 6-4 Dallas. So going through this game, Colorado has been a machine offensively as they're looking setups from front. But Dallas struck first on their first shot on goal as Rantanen won a puck battle against Devon Taves. He knows Colorado well and knows how to go up against them. And he did so that time around with his 4th point as a member of the Dallas Stars in as many games. So as we go through the scoring loops here around through the NHL, already our only final score was a 3-0 win by the Detroit Red Wings over the Vegas Golden Knights. It was a much needed shutout. Recently acquired Peter Mrazek got 18 saves in the effort. Ilya Samsonov is 24 of 27 in the Vegas loss. Albert Johansson gets career goal number 2 of his NHL playing career. Vladimir Tarasenko and JT Compher assisted on that. Lucas Raymond from Elmer Soderblom to begin the 3rd period scoring for Detroit. Marco Kasper sealed the deal with a 3-0 goal. His 13th of the year. Eric Gustafsson and Patrick Kane with the assists. So later today, it will be the Edmonton Oilers and the New York Rangers at 7 o'clock Eastern. The Florida Panthers and New York Islanders at 7:30. Anaheim Ducks and St. Louis Blues. Utah Hockey Club and Vancouver Canucks at 8 p.m. Eastern. Winnipeg Jets and Seattle Kraken at 9 p.m. Eastern. So underway is the Pennzoil 400 at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. The first of 2 races to be contested at Las Vegas. Kyle Larson is the defending winner of this race. He won it last spring. But Joey Logano won in the fall edition of this race to advance to the Championship 4. The South Point 400, that is, at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. So, as of right now, there is some interesting points heading into this race. Christopher Bell has won 3 races in a row. The last time a driver has won 3 in a row this early in the season, Kevin Harvick in 2018. The last driver to win 3 races in a row, Kyle Larson in 2021. He did it twice in the same season, a dominant 10-win season for Larson. The last time someone tried to win 4 races in a row in an attempt, they couldn't do so. And both times, Alex Bowman was the winner. Kyle Larson blew an engine at the end of the Pocono race in 2021 in doing so. Bad luck that time around. So in this 1-1 tie between Colorado and Dallas, it is so tight to call. As we know in the MLB, things are starting to heat up. And in the NBA side, only 2 final scores. The Philadelphia 76ers down to Dallas Mavericks 130-125, and a season that has become hell for the Mavericks could get even worse. They could be forced to forfeit games because of a lack of roster size, and a lack of a roster size. And one part, and NBA salary cap rules and a walking disaster of a season. Kessler Edwards, after this game, is just 2 games of NBA eligibility left. Brandon Williams, 5 games, and Kai Jones, 10 games of NBA eligibility left. So, as part of this, they could be forced to forfeit games in a season that's been already lost for them. Quentin Grimes with 28 points. Caleb Martin has only played 3 games for Dallas. Their bench has been severely depleted all throughout the area. Ouch. So Grimes with 28 points on the team that he got traded to in this win. 19 points for Jalen Hood-Schifino. 14 for Jeff Dowden Jr. 14 as well for Guerschon Yabusele. 13 for Ricky Council IV. And off the bench, O'Shea Brissett with 13 in the win for Philadelphia. And for Dallas, it leading through the way is PJ Washington with 29, Najee Marshall and Clay Thompson each at 21. 18 each for Spencer Dinwiddie and Max Christie off the bench, but the season may be already over for them. And they may fall out the playoff picture. The Orlando Magic snapped the Cleveland Cavaliers' 16-game winning streak. So, in the midst of the stage break caution, Chase Elliott has to serve a pass-through penalty, too fast entering. So he has to give up the lead to Bubba Wallace. And he goes back to pit road for fuel. Bubba Wallace, stage winner in stage 1. So leave it away for Orlando. Paolo Banchero, 24 points. Franz Wagner with 22 points. A team that looked to show improvement. Back to a losing record. 16 for Wendell Carter Jr. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope with 15 points. And Anthony Black with 17 off the bench. For Cleveland, scoring line as follows. 23 for Spida. Donovan Mitchell, even though he's 9-28 shooting. But he likes to shoot the ball a lot. Jared Allen with 20. Darius Garland with 19. Ty Jerome with 12 off the bench. 10 points into the starting 5 for Max Strus. DeAndre Hunter with 9 points. As Bubba Wallace went to 23-11 team cars. Alongside Riley Herbst is 35, a Las Vegas native. Tyler Reddick also in the fray, driving to number 45. He was a Championship 4 driver last year. The first ever Championship 4 appearance for Michael Jordan and Denny Hamlin in 23-11 racing. So, live in Las Vegas, it is Wallace leading. And qualifying, Michael McDowell got Spire Motorsports their first pole in team history. So among the Stage 1 cars, Austin Cindric is the Stage 1 winner, followed by Alex Bowman, Chase Elliott, Bubba Wallace, Kyle Larson, AJ Allmendinger, Joey Logano, Josh Berry, Carson Hocevar, and Christopher Bell. So we're back green in Stage 2. So as we're getting live updates all throughout, but we're mostly going to be focusing on the NHL in the fray. It's a side-by-side battle between Bubba Wallace and Kyle Larson. Do remember, they did clash here in 2022 during the playoffs when Larson was trying to make it back to the Championship 4. Logano making itself into the picture, it seems. As of right now, it is the Los Angeles Lakers and Phoenix Suns, with the Lakers leading 54-37 at halftime. LeBron James out between 1 and 2 weeks as Bowman goes off onto the pits. He has a problem with his car. So right now, for the Lakers at halftime, leading the way is Luka with 17 points. Austin Reeves and Jackson Hayes each with 13 points from the starting 5. No Suns player has double-digit points. Devin Booker, the highest scorer, with 9 points for them. Not a good look for Phoenix as they're looking to get back into this game down by 17. But last year, they were horrendous when it comes to the fourth quarter. Not ideal for a team that has playoff ambitions. And we have Bo Nix in attendance here, the starting quarterback for the Denver Broncos, and is entering his sophomore season with the Broncos. Second period is next here from Denver. I'm Alec Nava. We'll be right back. We're about to start the second period here at Ball Arena. We're tied 1-1 here in Denver. Martin Necas with the goal for Colorado. Jason Robertson for Dallas. So now as the intensity is heating up here between these two playoff contenders, this could be a first-round matchup, maybe the best of them if we were to get as such. Unless if one of these two teams catches up to the Winnipeg Jets for the top spot in the Central Division. Do you remember the Dallas Stars won last year's Central Division title? And we're underway here for the second period. Stars in the road whites, Avalanche in the navy blue fur jerseys. Dumped in by Dallas, and the Avs look to get up through the ice for the near side. This one deflected up and is collected by Dallas from center ice. McKinnon still in pursuit as he steals the puck from Lindell. McKinnon waits, now drops back. and collecting his Taves to hold this one inside. McKinnon near corner. Necas one-timer and is gloved out midair by Ottinger. Once again, 29 seconds into this second period. Our first stoppage taking place 29 seconds in. What is with stoppages taking place 29 seconds in? But nonetheless, McKinnon, he sets up from the near corner to find Necas, who wanted to get a small hole opening, short side, near side, towards the glove hand of Ottinger. Saw that and scooped it up. Ben and McKinnon on the faceoff. It's won by McKinnon with Makar holding it. Taves on the cross-ice pass. Fires just one around, couldn't get anything out of this, and now the Stars are rushing up for the ice. From the penalty box doors is Johnson dumping this down. Dadonov is closed off by Taves. That allows Makar to scoop up the puck, and the Stars couldn't exactly hold it. This bounced up, and it was touched up by a high stick. Martin Necas. Well, the team changes the season. At the start of the season, they had a roster that couldn't exactly compete for this position. Going out, Alexander Georgiev, Justus Onanen, and entering in Mackenzie Blackwood, Scott Wedgwood. Nathan McKinnon is the only mainstay among centers, unless you count Parker Kelly. Then in come Brock Nelson, Charlie Coyle, and Jack Drury to round out the center front. Kelly has been forced to the wing. Past the opening minute of this second period, we're still tied 1-1. The Avs out shooting them 14-4. Then another shot was blocked, and it goes out of play exactly 1 minute in. Brock Nelson was named to the Four Nations faceoff when he was a member of the New York Islanders. Was traded at the deadline for a package that included Callum Ritchie and 2 first-round picks. Mackenzie Blackwood is taking backup duties today because he is under the weather. Yeah, he's feeling some sniffles on his nose. As this faceoff is won by the Avalanche. One time from Johnson gets blocked in front. Nichushkin couldn't hold the zone. Marchment tried to advance the positioning for the Stars. He is forced towards the bench. The Avalanche tried to take it back. The Stars, they scoop it up from the far side, dumping this one down. Marchment. Wedgwood leads behind for Eric Johnson. Sam Girard left it to that spot. Cross-ice pass, couldn't get all the way. But here's the lead pass. Couldn't make his way through, but it's scooped up by Drouin. Drouin tried to weave his way through, but it was shut off by Lyubushkin. On the near side, the Stars speeding down. Granlund fed it for Duchesne at the far boards. He stops, then looks, gets bumped, and ridden up the puck. Now the Avs have a 3-on-2. It's Nichushkin. To the right is Nelson. Nelson wanted to go back. The pass was blocked. The cross-ice pass made to absolutely nobody. Now the Stars advancing down. Bracing for contact was Bork. To the near side, it is Sam Malinsky, who fires this off of Ottinger. The rebound was blocked away. And the Stars scoop it up for the far side. Dumping this one down to the backhand. First one there is Oscar Bach. Sam Steele gets shoved away by Coyle. Coyle trying to poke it away from Bach. But Bach holds it inside of the pass to the right point. Rebounds cleaned up off the initial shot that was blocked. Coyle forces this one down as this was gloved down off the pass. Back inside, it is Bork who gets forced wide. Cleared out by Colorado as they scoop it up with a 2-on-2. Back the other way. On the far side, O'Connor trying to go around Ottinger. He's down. And the Stars clear it. Not all the way out. Eric Johnson. And we have a stoppage here for, I believe, it's a penalty. Colorado is out shooting Dallas 17-4 in this game. And another good save by Jake Ottinger. Goaltender interference on Parker Kelly as he ran into Ottinger. As Logan O'Connor was driving down for the lane, Kelly ran into Ottinger, but there was an elbow right on Ottinger's mask. And as such, Kelly did not like that as he was driving down full speed ahead. And so this penalty is going to be against him. First time that Dallas has been on the power play on the day. They'll get 2 minutes of such. And going to test Scott Wedgwood. Mikko Rantanen has 10 power play goals on the season. His former teammate Nathan McKinnon has 8 as such. But Dallas is going to set up on the power play with Rope hits at his left circle. Arturi Lehkonen was taking the face-off for the Avalanche. He wins it though with some help. This one cleared all the way down. The initial face-off man for Colorado was tossed out. Robertson hits Johnston, Rantanen, and Harley. for its 14th ranked power play for Dallas. Colorado's the 15th ranked penalty kill. Stick in the lane there for the Avs as they wait with this puck and then use the near boards to ship this one down. Ottinger plays this one out. Harley assuming power play quarterback number 1 duties in the time in which Miro Heiskanen is out. Dropping it back for hits. Now Robertson, who waits. Robertson dropping back for Harley. Thomas Harley to the right side. Now going over to the right side again. Chip pass over to Wyatt Johnston. Johnston looks. Back for Robinson. One-timer. It'll be gobbled up by Wedgwood. Scott Wedgwood filling it nicely in the absence of Mackenzie Blackwood, who is out with an illness. Rantanen and Robertson going cross passes as they look for setups. The one-timer by what I believe was Jason Robertson on the one-timer from the top of the left circle, stopped by Wedgwood as he saw that all the way. Wedgwood's taking care of his goaltender equipment before we get back on the way here. The Colorado flag being one of the shoulder patches of this Avalanche team. Hintz and Coyle for the face-off. Won by Coyle, but it's scooped up by the Stars. Harley, fan on his shot. He is helped out by Robertson. Harley goes to the point. He's at the left side. Look to the right side. Now goes down low. Around for Hintz. Goes over to Rantanen. Rantanen fires. Almost was deflected by Robertson in front. Out inside by Harley, who goes to Rantanen. Now back. From the side of the cage, they look to set up. Dallas does not have a lane. They go to the top of the right circle. Saucer passes over to Thomas Harley. Rantanen at the left circle now. Cross ice, here he is. Mikko Rantanen. Across the ice for Robertson. Jason Robertson going around for hits. Hans doesn't get anything out of that. Now Harley again. Thomas Harley for Robertson with Johnson setting up in front. Nothing doing. And it'll be scooped up by Robertson. Rantanen, who looked to Robertson. The Avalanche in the way, but a stick in the lane, keeping this threat alive here for Dallas. Johnson's ridden up the puck, and this one's fired around. This should kill off the rest of the penalty. And in due time, Parker Kelly will be back onto the ice. Last-ditch effort, but Matt Duchene was offside. 4:41 into the second period. The officials have a good eye, seeing that Matt Duchene was well ahead of the pack, and as such, this power play is going to run out. And Peter DeBoer silently in disbelief. Duchene will take the face-off. He'll win it. It's not a false start. Dallas is back in his zone with Kelly out of the box. Dumba chips this one around. And first to the puck is Duchene, who wants to get it backwards to the swat. And Wedgwood got a piece. Granlund kept this inside, trying to do a second time around. To the swat. In front is Marchment. Forced to the right circle. And a missed pass. That forces Dallas to exit. Essa Lindell had to track this puck. Duchene going back. And now Matt Duchene going inside. Right around, waving his way through. Duchene in control of this puck. The shot. Wedgwood stopped it once, twice. As he was down, he gets back up on his feet. Granlund couldn't keep it inside. McKinnon going over to who I believe is Sam Olinsky. Necas to the high slot, going to McKinnon. McKinnon sets up for the trailer. Cale Makar. No deflection. It was wide. Loose stick is on the ice. And it cannot be kept inside. Makar will be the first to the puck. And it will be scooped up away from Jamie Benn. Makar will find Devon Taves. And for the far half boards, this gets moved up for the ice. Martin Necas stopped his tracks. Dallas shoots this one down. They had 7 shots on goal. 3 of them came on their power play. Dallas has it. It is Bishop who dumped this one down. Makar. 6 minutes gone here in this second period as the Chushkin is moving up for the near side. 1-1. Alec now on the play-by-play. Out for the near corner. Over get through. Bishop got in the way. That one away from Nelson. But it's held inside by Makar. Makar away from the Donov. And for the far side, going to the Chushkin. The Chushkin waits. He fires and scores! Valerie Nichushkin gets Colorado up front on their 18th shot. Cale Makar with an excellent hold as he went through 2 defenders, finding Devon Taves over to the far half boards and then finding Nichushkin was wide open in the right circle. An excellent play by Makar to keep this one alive as Dallas was looking to get this one down. As he was closed up by 2 stars with Sam Steele on his face, he quickly finds Taves, and Nichushkin, who saw all that space in the top right corner, Ottinger lost focus off the puck, and Nichushkin gets goal number 17 of the season. Face off at center ice is won by Colorado. They're closed up at the far side. The Avs moving it through at the far side, along the Avalanche bench, their own bench. Down for the ice, Harley looking to get this one out the zone. And through center, the Stars moving it through center. Bach to Bork. They're both closed off. Held at the right point by who I believe is Cody Ceci. Can't get a number on that as Lindgren fighting for the puck viciously. Bach holding at the far corner. Oscar Bach. Bach looks towards Lyubushkin. Fired around the turnaround, couldn't get there with the net. Sam Steele with his back turned towards Ross Colton. Gets it off. His teammate Oscar Bach gets forced towards the near corner wall. Kept alive as Harley. Stars trying to tie it here at Denver. Deep shot from the point is blocked. Held his height by Lyubushkin. Second effort was blocked off the stick of Kiviranta. The Avalanche trying to get this one out, and they hold it. And they'll send this one deep. 1-on-1, partial break. A blast! And Ottinger saw that one going amiss. Mikko Rantanen, the first one behind Scott Wedgewood's crease. Makes Eric Johnson blow a tire. Now a deep shot. And Wedgwood trying to track the puck. It's over the far half boards and cleared down. It's a foot race. Wayne Bitchell, the first one to the puck, is no icing as it was waved off. Logan O'Connor also there. And for the far half boards, Kelly keeps his one alive. Al was looking to make it 3-1, could not. The Stars at center ice. Jack Drury has it, sends it backwards. And down deep as this one was batted towards Ottinger, who has it. At the far corner, Matt Dumba's closed out by 2 Avs. The Stars trying to get this one through the far side of the ice. Logan O'Connor. O'Connor closed off. And the Stars get it up. This bounces. And this will be the Avalanche getting this one up from center ice. This might have been deflected from behind the red line. Or Ottinger plays this one out. Jason Robertson, the game's first goal. And Wedge will play this one out. The Avalanche have 18 comeback wins this season. Third most in the NHL. Here they come with speed. Over to the near side. Nathan McKinnon. McKinnon forced behind the crease by Lindell. And then around for the net. There was nobody at the left point. And now it's a partial break to a one-day hurry. Matt Duchene stops a pass over to Ezel Lindell. He fires it. And over Wedgwood's head. Out inside by Dallas. And now another save by Wedgwood. The Avs going through to the far side. It's McKinnon entering back once again. End of his shift. Martin Necas trying to be on the receiving end of that pass. Going back with his puck. He waits. Then gets forced backwards. Necas going up for Nelson. We're nearing the halfway mark of the second period. Colorado leading 2-1. Thanks to Valerie Nichushkin. The pass is cut off. And the Stars are going backward. This is Jamie Benn all alone. Benn forced behind the net at the last moment. Excellent work by Ryan Lindgren. Behind the crease, Jonathan Drouin closing the office guys. Jamie Benn keeping his one alive for Dallas. Free agent after the season. And a blast here. Blocked up high. And it will be hitting the mesh. Ilya Lyubushkin teed one up. But it's Valerie Nichushkin with the latest goal for Colorado. Another former Dallas Star. Roofing this one. Colorado leads 2-1 here at Ball Arena. March Madness begins in 2 days with the first 4. The bracket will be unveiled later today. Remember, this is the highlight of today in the NHL, with Rantanen returning to the place where he calls home. We're nearing the midway mark of this second period. The Avalanche lead 2-1. One of their most famous songs being All the Small Things by Blink-182. The Avalanche are outshooting the Stars 18-8. The Stars got the majority of the shots on their power play, in which the Avs killed off. Getting tossed out the faceoff dot is Wyatt Johnston. In comes Jamie Benn to take it. And now Brock Nelson's tossed out the faceoff dot. So who will take his place? It appears to be Jonathan Drouin. So both primary faceoff guys are tossed out the dot. It's Ben winning it. And now a deep shot was blocked and forced wide. Skidded in wide the net, as the Stars are keeping this one through. But the Avs are right there at the right place and right time. Nichushkin went the go-ahead goal for Colorado. Weaving his way through as there was a block and it goes out of play. Just seconds after the shot was Jonathan Drouin, who weaved his way through. Up through middle. Thomas Harley stifling him. Four Nations face-off champion with Canada. Jason Robertson leading the Stars in points with 66. Matt Duchene also as well. They're the only two players to have played a full season to average over a point per game. 9:58 to go here in the second period as Parker Kelly is sliding onto the ice. Jack Drury wins this faceoff. Help from Kelly. Deep shot. Stopped by Ottinger. Took a bounce off his shoulder pad. And the Avs see it exit at the offensive zone. Kelly chips this one through the Stars bench. And the Stars pause and dump it in for the far side. Around through the net. And the Avs trying to get all over that. Getting forced aside was Drury. At the near corner, Dallas on the hold. Left point. Dumping this one down is Lindell. This goes to the far corner where the Stars hold it alive. Tight shot was stopped by Wedgwood. It is Lindell. Lindell goes down low and a wraparound try for Maverick Bourque. Loose out in front and is scooped up by the Avs. Knife shot on goal for the Stars. The Avalanche have 19. Drury through the far side. Right around to Ottinger, who is behind his crease. Behind for Cody Ceci. Ceci waits once, then twice. Moved it up for the far side. The Avs scoop it up, and they wait 1 second before thinking about passing it to Necas, which they do. Necas, near half boards, near corner now. Forced wide, and then going back for Makar. Cale Makar switches spots with Devon Toews at the point. Through the far corner as he spins around and hits. Now going back for McKinnon. McKinnon, long blast. That one stopped by Necas. And as a shot goes awry, don't know what happened to the NHL on TNT feed, but we're back here after some weird things with the cameras. The Stars grab it as they re-enter. Hits, dropping it back, through the point, going over to, I believe it's Robertson, who fires it, and there was wide, and one of the Avalanche is down and in a heap of pain. That was Cale Makar, who was bloodied up high, staying out there onto the ice. The Avs need him, and Harley fires, and the Avs get a much-needed whistle as a puck was out of play, and Makar is visibly hurt up high to the face. Oof. In the middle period, as Makar takes a cross-check from Jason Robertson. No penalty was called on the play. Oof. We'll step away. Robertson and Cale Makar got together as Robertson cross-checked Makar. No penalty was handed out, but Makar was visibly feeling a lot of pain as he was staying onto the ice for a brief moment. And he is definitely feeling the effects of that cross-check. So he's going to get some rest as we're back here in Denver, getting rested up on the benches before he is cleared to go, unless if they need further examination on him. He did stay on the ice for some time as the icing is waved off as Wedgwood plays it out. The Avs clear this one out the zone. They ice it though. 7:51 to go in the second period. Sam Malinsky out there onto the ice right now. But Makar getting checked up high. Not a good sign by Colorado. As Makar is on the benches. Averaging the second highest ice time per game in the NHL. 25:38 per game. Of course, he's a minute muncher. A true one at that. And this face-off to the right of Scott Wedgwood. Erik Johnson still watching onwards from the benches, waiting for his turn for his number to be called. Now a second clearing attempt here. As this one may have been a hand pass, but that was nullified as this was right to Ross Colton. Malinsky up for the near half boards to Kiviranta. Kiviranta going down low to the near corner at the net front. He has it right now from Colton. Kiviranta fires. That one missed it. And this one goes over to the near half boards with Malinsky keeping this inside. Getting twisted and turned was Gerard. A swing and a miss by Kiviranta as he gets plastered by Dumba. Out inside. One-timer. Oh, he had all day to shoot that. Missed it though, but it's held inside by Colorado. Erik Johnson onto the ice. Johnson fires. No deflection from Kiviranta up front. The Avs hold it again. Left point. They look to go around. Nothing there as Johnson holds the puck in the near corner. Hounded by several stars. Reinforcements come in. One of them is Brock Nelson. Nelson, bodied by Liam Bishop. Bishop hounding him, and now is once again held aside by Johnson. Nichushkin forces it to the left point. And some contact there as Johnson from the left point fires it towards Ottinger, who will hold up with 6:39 to go in the second period. Erik Johnson, who they got back to a previous Stanley Cup champion with the Avalanche. And they got him back from Philadelphia. He was juggled up by Kiviranta as a swing and a miss. He was plastered by Dumba getting a hold of the puck. Charlie Coyle held inside, but there was an airmail by Kiviranta. Johnson returns to the bench. And Ross Colton as well. We'll see who is out there onto the ice for Colorado. It is Sam Malinsky. On the right defense spot. Moving down low are the Avs. Sam Girard, who backhands this one deep. Jonathan Drouin holds it. Malinsky looks across the ice to the left point. Girard right around for Ottinger. Jake Ottinger towards the near corner. And the Stars clear this one down. It'll be picked up at center ice. Briefly by Dadonov as Wedgwood sees Johnston approaching him, and he'll hold up with 6:14. Johnston was coming down with a pace. It made his way over to him, and he made the smart decision on holding the puck, covering it up. A vortex move as Johnston was trying to chase after it. Wedgwood ready for the faceoff as this to his right. And on this faceoff, the Avalanche take control. All towards center ice. It's a foot race. Parker Kelly's going to win it. Kelly beats out Cody Ceci. But this puck battle is so ferocious behind the net. Lindell and O'Connor both there. And over the near corner, it is cleared out by Dallas. Devon Taves. Makar is back onto the ice. No words for where as the Avs get back inside through the far half boards. O'Connor on the keep, but the Stars are quickly onto the puck. Glove down by the Stars. O'Connor backhands this one deep. Lindell was scooping up right behind Ottinger. Essa Lindell moved up for the penalty box doors to Robertson. The Avs are all over the puck. A grip of a wrist and on for the swat. The Avs pick it up as the Stars could not take control. Off the near boards is moved up for Kiviranta, I believe. Sent back towards the point. There was nothing there as this was backhanded in deep. And on for the far half boards held inside by Colorado. Far corner. Nothing doing there, and the Stars will move this one out through center and dump this one down. Lehkonen, the first one back, tipping it away from Maverick Bourque. At the near corner, the Avs clear this one down. The Stars resetting. The Avs having a better game. Supposed to the Stars. Chipped around through the net. Around it. Now for the right side, as this was chipped down low, as Johnson sticking this one away from danger. McKinnon clears. And out for Martin Necas. Half spin as he waits at the far half wall. Necas for Malinsky, who fans on the shot, but gets this down low for McKinnon. McKinnon taking it right for the puck. Want to go for Malinsky. The Stars aren't able to clear. Sam Girard held it inside. In the far corner, the Stars look to get this one out. The Avs hold it. McKinnon, bouncing puck, went off of Ottinger. Necas. McKinnon as on this touch pass. McKinnon looked to center up front. This was blocked in traffic. Thomas Harley smoothly skating his way with this puck, but McKinnon picks it up off the takeaway and dumps it down. Ottinger. Both teams making changes. Now for the near boards, Cale Makar was right there. Moving up for the middle is Colorado. Dallas is right there to clear this one down. Makar. Entry pass back inside, and then a drop pass on for the far side. Half spin around as Coyle has it. Going back for Makar. Almost was outside. The one time from Colton from the near half boards. Caught Ottinger by surprise. And behind the net, looking it back. Nothing there. Matt Duchene. Through center, a half spin around the Avalanche logo. Duchene around, and it's to go deep. Wedgwood out of his crease. And out for the near half boards. Bishop trying to keep it, but it's scoped up by Coyle. Charlie Coyle centering one. It's free on free. The Avs get one off of Ottinger. Kicked out. And the Stars scoop it back. Jamie Benn waits. Takes some time of it. And then flips it down for the ice. Behind the net is Eric Johnson. With the Avalanche trying to clear out their zone. The Stars trying to tie this game up. Sam Girard from Gretzky's office. Set up at the far half boards. Forced out, and the Avs have it. Moving up through center on a partial break, Nichushkin could not make his way for the net. He waits some more time out. Now for the near side, Girard. Cross-ice pass, one-timer, and the stick broke on the shot. So the Avs are 4-on-5 here for some time until the new stick comes in. Sam Malinsky. Malinsky delivers. One-timer, Drouin scores! Jonathan Drouin made no mistake. Firing it top left corner. And Bo Nix is loving it. It's 3-1. Broken stick on the play. No problem for Colorado. Sam Malinsky tried to shoot it on the one-timer across. And makes no mistake with this puck on the one-timer on the opposite circle as he gets the feed. Malinsky broke his stick, but Drouin fires it top shelf. And that's twice that Ottinger was screened and shots that went top shelf. And Drouin made no mistake firing it over his head. It's 3-1 Avs. 2:35 to go here in the second period. Let's see if Dallas can mount a comeback. And back into the Avalanche zone is Taves, who fires this one out. And the Avalanche have control for the far side. They dump this deep as Ottinger lets this one go. And the near side hits, slowed up, and that allows the Avalanche to take control. This takes a bounce off of Taves' escape. Taves' deep pass. It was intended in this one to go to Lehkonen. And the Stars, the icing is called with 2:09 to go. Drouin on the most recent goal for Colorado. They're up 3-1. The assist from Sam Malinsky and Valery Nichushkin. A tie-up on Matt Dumba that allows Brock Nelson to pick up the puck. Valery Nichushkin and went on for the entry to set that chance up. Malinsky sees his lane closed off. Drouin and does not think twice before firing that one-timer. From the right circle, it's 3-1. 2:09 to go. Off this face-off, a quick shot off the draw. And that went wide. Holding it is Essa Lindell at the near corner as both teams battle for this loose puck. Bouncing up, and it will be Colorado with it. Taves for McKinnon. Nathan McKinnon on for the far side. He can take over games by himself. It's his teammates doing the work. Makar going down low, deflected. And that was stopped by Ottinger. Held inside by Girard, going for McKinnon. It is behind the net. A low poke at the puck. And then it'll be scooped up by the Stars, but Makar quickly gets back onto the puck. On the keep. But not for long though, as the Stars grab control of 1:30. They're down by 2 goals, looking to even this game up. This is the most dangerous lead in hockey, a 2-goal lead. Cale Makar couldn't handle this puck, but he gets it off on time for Parker Kelly. Thomas Harley in the way though. Not for long though, as the Avs force it out their zone. 1:13 to go. Getting it backwards is Drury. 1:10. Avs winning by 2. Outshooting Dallas 26-10. Bouncing out for the far side of the ice, and Colorado gets this one around onto the near corner. Last minute of play here in the second period is Eric Johnson fires this one around, a slap pass, and heading for Logan O'Connor. O'Connor with a far side, a one-timer by Lindgren. It made its way towards Ottinger, and play stops with 48.6 to go. Lindgren acquired at the trade deadline from the New York Rangers alongside Jimmy Vesey. So one-timer by Jonathan Drouin makes it a 2-goal lead for the Colorado Avalanche. We'll step away for a moment before we get back for the final 48.6 of this period. Teamwork here for the Avalanche, with Sam Molinski breaking his stick on the one-timer. He quickly rushes back to the bench to get a new stick, and then quickly finds Jonathan Drouin for a one-timer goal. Give an assist to the equipment manager for that one. He has an assist, his 8th of the season, up to 10 points now as a depth defenseman. He's played 62 games with Colorado this season. He tossed out the faceoff was Jack Drury. Brock Nelson will take his place. Won by Dallas. They're down by 2, getting heavily outshot, 27-10. Makar will give it aside for Taves. Devon moves up for the ice onto the far side. A little partial break here, and a Kerwin drag shot went wide, and Mikael Granlund will move it up for Dallas. Chipped in by Lyubushkin. Tie up between Taves and Mason Marchment. Won by Marchment. Marchment from the far corner. He is still getting tangled up with 15. Player goes down. There's going to be a penalty against Dallas. Easy tripping penalty as it was behind the net. And Marchment said, "What did I do?" He knew exactly what he did. And he is visibly frustrated. He has that jaw brace on him. Still to signify that he's recovering from that jaw injury. So 2 missile tripping for Marchment. If Colorado does not score here in the final 50.7 of the second period, they'll have carryover power play time as Marchment tripped up Cale Makar. There was no penalty for Jason Robertson for cross-checking Makar earlier in this period, but this one was clear and it was obvious. Marchment got a stick into the way, and that was a clear trip. No other reason to explain it. Bad penalty for Dallas to take. With 12 seconds left in the period, Makar, deep shot, loose in front, and it'll be cleared out by Dallas. That should run out the second period. So the Avalanche will have carryover power play time as this period comes to a close. 0-0s on the clock. They're outshooting the Stars 27-10 through 40 minutes of action. And Mark Schmidt still upset as he comes out the box. So there was a stick in the positioning. You'd think that there was a trip. I know there was a trip right there. And Mark Schmidt trying to plead his case that it was Makar's teammate who tripped him and not him. So as we go on to the second intermission report, I am Malik Nava. It's 3-1 Colorado after 2 periods. We'll be back in just a moment. Avalanche after 2 periods. Alec Nava here with you as we go on to the second intermission report. So to recap the score lines, Jason Robertson for Roope Hintz and Mikko Rantanen. That's the only goal that Dallas has had so far. It's been all Colorado Avalanche ever since. In fact, Colorado has dominated this game, scoring 3 unanswered. I'm having some almonds here. Coffee snack. Martin Necas on the power play from Cale Makar and Jonathan Drouin. Tied up at the first period. Second period, both Colorado goals came in regulation. Valery Nichushkin from Devon Taves and Cale Makar. Jonathan Drouin from Sam Malinsky and Nichushkin. To take a live look in at some of the other score lines, we'll note them right now for the NHL, but we do have one in the NBA. The Lakers are leading the Phoenix Suns 83-71 after 3 quarters of action. Suns trying to mount a comeback. They came alive in that third quarter. Kevin Durant with 19 points. Devin Booker 13. Nick Richards with 11. And for the Lakers, it's Luka Doncic with 28. Austin Reeves with 18. Jackson Hayes with 19. Some of these players are getting more limited roles. Some big name players that we saw are getting more limited roles. Bradley Beal, one of the biggest albatross contracts that we saw in the NBA. 4 points. He's limited to 15 games. Royce O'Neal with 10 points. And for the Lakers, Gabe Vincent with 9 points in 20 minutes played. Lucas played 31 minutes, the most out of any player on the court in this game. So the MLB is coming soon. So we have some final scores over in Tokyo during the Dodgers and Cubs series. They're getting prepared for the Tokyo series, which will take place on Tuesday at 6:10 a.m. in the morning. Now, also coming back on is the Formula One World Championship. Career win number 5 for Lando Norris. His narrow Australian Grand Prix win over Max Verstappen could have a sense of belief in McLaren dominance. And so far, Norris is the winner of the Australian Grand Prix. And most of these drivers have taken 5 pit stops on their rides. So Norris won it as his race time was 1 hour 42 minutes and 6 seconds. Max Verstappen came in second and at 0.895 seconds after Norris. George Russell 8.481 seconds behind Norris for third place to round out the podium. So that is your top 3 in the Australian Grand Prix, the first race of the Formula One World Championship, which took place overnight in Australia. Shout out to anyone who stayed up to watch that. True night owls. And so right now it is the Pennzoil 400. As they're in the middle of the second stage, Ross Chastain, the leader right now, over William Byron and Kyle Larson, but Byron is closing in. It looked like Bubba Wallace and Eric Jones were battling it out with one another. Jones got way loose. Byron has the hotter hand right now. He wants to go outside of Chastain. Chastain's not done, but we have to take a look at the NCAA bracketology in March Madness on the men's side. We do have some final scores on the conference championships. So Florida wins the SEC 86-77 over Tennessee. These two ranked 4th and 8th in the AP Top 25. They'll lead the way for Florida. Walter Clayton Jr. with 22 points. Will Richard with 17. and 13 for Alex Condon, 13 for Elijah Martin, 11 for Thomas Ho. 9 rebounds for Condon. Quaidson lead the way with 5 rebounds to go with that. 2 steals for Richard and 3 assists. For Tennessee, it's Zakai Ziegler with 23 points, and off the bench, Jordan Gainey with 24 points. And Dalton Knecht last season, first-round pick with the Los Angeles Lakers, almost was traded to the Charlotte Hornets, but Mark Williams failed his physical. Dusty May gets a Big Ten title to his resume as Michigan wins it 59-53 over Wisconsin. 11 points each for Vladislav Golden and Trey Donaldson in the win. 8 each for Nimari Burnett and Danny Wolf. Donaldson added 8 assists to this championship, 1 steal and 1 block. For Wisconsin, it is John Blackwell with 18 points and Max Quesmit with 12 points. Leave it away. No other Wisconsin players more than 9. That being John Tonye. So Michigan with a thrilling victory last time around on their schedule with a huge win over Maryland in thrilling fashion. A 1,000 court length drive sending Michigan past Maryland on the way to the Big Ten Championship. Currently, Memphis is on its way to beating UAB 84-72 for the AAC Championship. Yaxel, and they did seal the deal. Yaxel Lendenborg, 19 points for UAB, despite the loss, and Ephraim Johnson with 17. For Memphis is 22 points for Dane Dania and PJ Haggerty with 23. Dania with 12 rebounds, and off the bench, Musa Cisse with 14 rebounds, a game high, and he had 9 blocks in the win. Dania also with 5 blocks. The Illinois transfer doing good with Memphis. VCU takes the Atlantic 10 over George Mason, 68-63. And on the win, 18 points for Max Shulga, 17 each for Jack Clark and Joe Bamisile. Starting 5 doing the job for VCU. 6 rebounds for Clark with 3 blocks and 2 steals. Elite defensive performance, along with 4 points for Luke Bamboye. George Mason wanted to fight back. They got 17 from Jalen Haynes, 10 each from Zach Anderson and Braden O'Connor, 12 from Darius Maddox. He rebounds as well from Haynes, even in the valiant effort. And the Ivy League, it is Yale taking over Cornell. So Yale, a big win, holding off Cornell. They were hard charging. And John Polikitis with 25 points. And a win, Bez Mabeng with 15, 7, and 4. Nick Townsend with 19 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals. And Casey Simmons with 13 points. For Cornell, it is A.K. Okereke with 22 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals. Nazir Williams with 20, 16 for Guy Ragland Jr., Jake Fegan with 11 points for Cornell. They want to storm back. So those are your conference championship games today. The third period is coming up here from Ball Arena in just a moment. I am Alec Nava. Stay tuned, everyone. Avalanche will start the power play, and Eric Furlat and Mason Marchment continuing their disagreement at the penalty box. He's going to sit down for an additional 145 unless the Avalanche score on this man advantage, which is what the Stars do not want. Everyone's out down center ice. For the opening face-off, Nathan MacKinnon's out there. The Stars win the draw, but quickly in pursuit is Nichushkin on his former team. Lindell wants to clear it, and he does. So the Stars the Avalanche have to go an additional 200 feet. Cale Makar will set up. Speedy Nathan MacKinnon, of course, is right behind, leading for the way. This is where he thrives with speed down for the middle. Drouin at the left side, going all the way around for the boards for MacKinnon. Going back, intending for Drouin, but there was no pass there. And once again, Wedge will come out of his crease. Now, Cale Makar will start up again. Makar. And this time it's Necas speeding down for the middle. Drouin, it's MacKinnon, he took a break from speeding down. This time it was Necas speeding down. Makar, on for the right side. MacKinnon looking to go across, couldn't get that one. And it's cleared all the way down by the Stars again. Devon Toews comes out. Second power play unit is beginning to take its form here for Colorado. Toews holding it. The drop pass and a mishandle by Brock Nelson, so he'll have to restart. Nelson, does he drop it? Yes, he does. And he'll go side by side with Ross Colton. And it looked like where the Avalanche offside. I don't say no. The Stars jump it down nonetheless. Down for the ice is Wedgwood. Oh, that was dangerous. Almost got into the delay of game territory. Devon Toews with a hold at the puck. Toews to Girard. Sam Girard going back for Toews at the left point. Once again, it's Girard. Henry at the near half boards. Behind the net now. Send a pass towards the front, and Oettinger closes it out. Penalty is over. Marchment's out of the box. And Marchment picks it up, but couldn't get it further down for the ice. No rush chance here as Johnston gets jostled off the puck. Cody Ceci sends this one down. So, we're just right around the corner for the bracket reveal. We don't know what exactly the bracket reveal is going to be shown. They said it's for today, though. But this puck was knocked out of play. So, it is bracketology. So, the bracket will be revealed at 6 p.m. Eastern. Arturi Lehkonen was at the net front looking to get the shot right on Jake Oettinger. It was a narrow pass, but just spread the needle. Drury wins this faceoff with help from Eric Johnson. Not a lot do you see help from defensemen on winning a faceoff. It's Ryan Lindgren trying to get this one away. Bouncing up. Dallas needs shots desperately. They've been getting outplayed and outmaneuvered this game. They trail by 2 goals. They need to get one quick. From the far side, it's held inside by Duchesne. Eric Johnson handling this puck. He left this one behind for Lindgren. Kelly dumps this one down, and speeding down for the wing is O'Connor. Right on Oettinger. Held at the right point, at the line. Couldn't get anything else with that. Matt Dumba. Across. Over to Bishop. Dumba one more time. Dumba waits, then moves it off for the boards. And coming off his crease is Wedgwood, leaving it for Malinsky. Off for the far boards as Colorado can't get back on the attack. Dallas once again up with this as they make a man miss. Mason Marchment to the high swap, fires it. Rebound chance is stopped by Wedgwood. Granlund in pursuit of the puck. Oh, and coming flying it was one of the Stars to deliver a vicious attempted hit. Kiviranta pinned by Granlund as Coyle got shoved towards the wall. And a save made by Wedgwood after that. Wayne Bishop with the last shot. The initial shot was blocked, but Matt Duchesne quickly picked up the rebound, tried to backhand this one up for the net. Mason Marchment tried to deliver a punishing hit to Devon Toews, but nonetheless, Taves just got away. Got some of the contact, not all of it though. The faceoff will come towards the right of Wedgwood. McKinnon and Duchesne, former teammates in Colorado. Just Rantanen taking the faceoff. And a false start signal here. And no faceoff between McKinnon and Rantanen, but now we have a faceoff between McKinnon and Necas. We're traded for one another. Necas wins this faceoff, and we'll get this one behind the crease. Avs get this one to center. Lehkonen goes across for McKinnon. McKinnon tried to shift away from Bishop. Couldn't. Rantanen down his knees. Martin Necas. McKinnon forced towards the wall. And the Stars get this one down. Two players collide, and McKinnon has to take care of his head a bit because that was a big hit. The Stars going after this puck. Rantanen still control from center ice. Poked away once and twice. And the Avs get this one out. Stars hold it. It's Johnson. Johnson towards the net. Slowed down once. And his shot is stopped by Wedgwood. Cleared all the way down. It's a foot race for the puck. And trying to split the middle with Nichushkin. No icing as Nichushkin wins the foot race. Nichushkin still controls the puck. Ridden of it as it was hits. Over the middle, Jamie Benn actually. The Avs get this one back. Jonathan Drouin drops it back for Valery Nichushkin and then goes over to the far corner. The Avs wanted to get something more on this. They lead 3-1, wanted to make it 4-1. Stars clear it out. Lindgren will restart for the Avs. Taking it inside, and he gets it right back. Lindgren towards the slot. The pass is blocked off. And Brock Nelson could keep this one inside. Gets pinned towards the penalty box doors. Cleared it back inside. Ceci will restart for Dallas. 5 minutes gone here. And this one will go around the Colorado zone. And they clear this one out. The Stars pick it back up as it's Lyubushkin. Moving it for the far side as they re-enter the zone. Marchment twisting and turning, half spin around. Marchment looking back towards the net. Feed down low. Went wide, but it goes to Lyubushkin. Lyubushkin looks towards the net. No deflection there from Harley. Thomas Harley going towards the puck. The Avs scoop it up. The Stars keep it his own. Deep shot was forced wide. Kept alive by Duchesne. Matt Duchesne to Mason Marchment. Marchment looked towards the slot. Missed everything. Bishop jumps up front. Picked up by Granlund. Mikael Granlund. And Lyubushkin is way out of the zone. This one poked away. And this one's going to be a penalty up against Dallas for interference as this prevented a breakaway. But that was the only thing that Lyubushkin could really do as he was boxing his man in the neutral zone. Bishop was shoving McKinnon towards the wall, and McKinnon slid right towards the head at the legs of Thomas Harley. That's what caused the discomfort on the head of McKinnon as he was taking the brunt of that contact. That did not look good. McKinnon's on the ice right now. And McKinnon's on a 20-game home point streak. Wants that to continue. Off this faceoff, it's won by the Stars. They send this one backwards. Onto the near corner. And the Avalanche keep it as Necas. Necas firing. The shot was blocked out of play. 153. McKinnon does not have a point so far, but he wants to continue his 20-game point streak. '29 Navy Blue is out there at the left circle. The faceoff is won by Colorado, thanks to Valery Nichushkin helping him out. On the right side, Necas will look. And he'll go back to Cale Makar. Makar saucing this over towards the left side for McKinnon. He goes down low for Drouin. Necas to Nichushkin, and then backwards to Makar. Makar to McKinnon, to Necas. His power play's been buzzing. They scored once in this game. And they've been on a heater right now. Necas to Makar, all the way out. Necas, one-timer, and it's not by Oettinger. The puck is free in front. Comes back to Necas. Makar for the high slot. One-timer to the right side. Closed out by Oettinger. Colorado keeps the puck, but the referee was in the way. That allows Dallas to scoop it up for a split second, and he looked to get it out. One clearance attempted and go through as Druin does a smart keep. Now here they come down inside. One-timer Necas! Oh, that was so close as Makar holds it. Cale Makar at the far side. Now going back towards the point. Nichukin fakes it. Now a one-timer. And Necas. Close stop by Oettinger at the right point. At the right post, that is. I meant. The Avalanche buzzing on this power play. Along the circles, the mentality for the Avalanche is shoot first, ask questions later. But a good recovery by Jake Oettinger to close off the right post on Martin Necas, who went twice at it. He almost scored a second power play goal. For one time for the left circle. Taves off the faceoff to Brock Nelson. Going down low and then going back for Nelson as the pass was cut off. Maverick Bourque sending this down the length, and Bourque gets slowed down. Staying here on the Colorado power play is Taves going over cross ice for Nelson. Nelson moves up the ice. Nelson waits with the puck and gets rid of it. Dallas shoots this one down. Could make it all the way to the Colorado blue line. Girard re-entering. Lehkonen waits with the puck. They're going back for Taves. Taves going down deep for Girard. Girard takes a spill. The far corner this puck handles. Brock Nelson ridden up this puck is helped up by Lehkonen. Lehkonen goes down after he was shoved by Harley. And the Stars clear this one down. Wedgwood stopping that one. Taves from his own zone. So the Avalanche have been buzzing on the power play. But they've scored just once in the power play. But in fairness, with the looks that they've had, you'd be figuring that they will be scoring more than one goal. From the far corner, Colorado fires this one, and this one could not hang in there. Lehkonen holds it inside. Out for the far corner. Colorado is 1 for 5 on the power play. They have fired 11 shots in every one of their 5 power plays combined. Drop pass out for the right circle. Parker Kelly's inside. And it's stopped by Oettinger. 11:32 to go. Get our first stoppage. Colorado is nearly tripling Dallas in shots on goal. 33-13. You think this game will be more tight, but it's more lackadaisious from Dallas' part. We'll be right back. I've never seen this before. The Mason Marchment serving a penalty for Cale Makar's teammate tripping him. That was Devon Taves who tripped him. A little bit of friendly fire, in which it came at the expense of Marchment. McKinnon on the faceoff lost it. It says grabbed up by Dallas. They need something here. They've been pretty much down the water. This pass from Marchment poked away, but the Stars want to keep it alive, and they do. Labuschagin's deep shot set a massive humanity down in front of Wedgwood. Now Wedgwood himself, as this is kept alive here by the Stars. Duchesne looks at the near half boards, stays there on this pass, then around for the near corner. Duchesne leaning on Taves. Duchesne with it again from Marchment. Duchesne's wrapped up and taken down, ridden up the puck. Necas on his backhand, curling around several stars, leaving it around for Nathan MacKinnon, who gets tied up. MacKinnon trying to go around with his puck at the near half boards. Getting John up in here, nearing the halfway point this third period. The Stars are back inside. Jason Robertson on his backhand going to rope a hits. The pass is set up at Gretzky's office as this bounces up once and then twice. Set up towards the slot. Out in front, Wedgewood's down! And he gets back onto the crease as he makes a remarkable stop. Big save here for Scott Wedgwood. Once and then twice as Malinsky is back. Malinsky's shot is blocked. And this gets back onto center ice, dumped in by Colorado as Ottinger out to play this. Oh, this is the Mikko Rantanen revenge game, but not a lot from Rantanen outside that secondary assist from the first period on Jason Roberts' goal as play stops here. The puck is out of play. Past the halfway mark. Rantanen, welcome back with open arms here in Denver. And it's a beautiful sight to see.
Well, it's good to see that he got the fanfare that he deserves in Denver, but I'm surprised as I'm just joining here in this last little bit that Dallas has looked. Maybe Colorado has played so well, we've seen it over the stretch, but 15 shots on goal, really, Alec, that seems kind of flat against somebody like Colorado. They got to do better.
And at one point, Colorado was nearly having 3 times as many shots on goal as Dallas has in this period. Oh my goodness. I don't know what is the deal with Dallas on the day, but this seems like a type of off day for the Stars. They're not looking 100% from how they are.
And I know Dallas will have a couple of games in hand still in Colorado because they're both playing each other today, but it wouldn't be out of the realm of possibility, Alex, should Dallas slip up at all. Colorado trying to get that second seed, trying to get home ice advantage in the playoffs, at least for the most part.
Even though Dallas may have the home ice advantage doesn't mean a lot when Colorado is catching up to you in every sense of the word.
Right.
A Dallas versus Colorado series, that's easily going 7.
I would have to think so. If Dallas is at their full power, and even if Colorado is, maybe if they have a slip-up game or so, I would still think it's going to be a long series. I agree with you. I know we caught up a few days ago as far as the full cast and the Flames and the Canucks, and I was mentioning with all the changes that Colorado has made, I kind of pinpoint them as being in the Stanley Cup Finals. And from what you're watching, I guess today we're kind of still seeing that Colorado is still playing at that same type of level. They're pretty scary.
Oh, yeah, they are. Brock Nelson and Charlie Coyle down for the middle. That's an added depth. That's added depth bonus, but it's not just depth. They're going to reward you with 2-way play all throughout the lineup. Colorado's in a serious Stanley Cup push. I know you had them going to the finals. It's one thing to make the finals. It's another to win it, but Colorado can realistically win their second cup in 4 years now.
Yes, they can. They're showing too many men on the ice on one of the part of the camera shots that we just got.
And one of those players was more than 5 feet away from the ice. So this is a too many men penalty. Oh, that's loose in front. They're not showing it too many men on the ice. Well, they're not calling a penalty, but there was 6 players on the ice there at one moment. They didn't call the penalty. You remember Game 4 at the 2022 Stanley Cup Finals, this puck was deflected out of play. Game 4 of that year's Stanley Cup Final, Corey Perry was saying, hey, there's too many men on the ice. Why was that not called on Nazem Kadri's game winner?
I don't want to jump all over you here, Alec, but I saw it on Saturday that Wedgwood was playing because Blackwood had an illness. Is that still the same thing? I see Wedgwood today as well.
Yeah, it is Wedgwood today. Blackwood is on the bench, but he is taking backup duties because of that illness. So that is the point that was being made, that Blackwood is on the bench. He's not at 100%. And when the camera shot was being panned onto him, he did have some sniffles. So he's taking care of his illness first before he can get back onto full action. False start on the faceoff. But whatever Blackwood's dealing with, hope he's all right.
Yeah, I think he'll end up being okay. And between Blackwood and Wedgwood, the goaltending for Colorado has been ridiculous.
Revitalized on a complete 180. Especially comparing it to the beginning of the season when they had Georgiev and Onanen as their 2 goaltenders. Colorado back at their own defensive end. They lead 3-1, but given the way that they're playing, it seems more like 5-1 for them. Puck battle along the near corner as Girard pokes it free. And for the far side, they go on the rush. They're back into the zone, but offside is signaled here. 9-10 remains.
You mentioned in between McKinnon, Coyle, and Nelson. You got three guys over 6 feet, about 6'3", 6'4", a lot of depth, a lot of size. And it's a little bit different because if it would have worked out on the other way, and that second line center for Casey Middlestad, he would still be here, but he just couldn't get the production going in Colorado.
He made instant results immediately upon landing in Denver, but it just fleeted out after signing a 3-year, $5.75 million per year deal after that productive first season in Colorado. Now he's on a Bruins team that, albeit has been trading .500, it's in the good pieces of a rebuild. Fraser Minton just had a natural hat trick for the Providence Bruins as we get an icing.
That maybe might not make the Toronto Maple Leafs all that happy because I heard about him as one of the better prospects.
Yep, he's one of their better prospects, and this has me lead to the argument that even though Brandon Carlo is the main centerpiece of that trade in which Minton was given up, there's a part of me that actually believes that the Bruins won this trade on the prospect swap side. 8:44 to go, back underway, as this was kept in. Here's McKinnon, cross-ice feed, gets bounced up, and it's still on his side. McKinnon fires. That was wide. He's riding a 20-game home point streak. That's on the line right now because he does not have a point in this game. But given how Colorado's played, they might not need to extend that point streak. But records are meant to be broken at some times. Here, that might not last longer, it seems, given the way that this has been going. Someone's taken down behind Wedgwood, staying 5-on-5 as he was shoved down as this puck battle was at Gretzky's office. Wedgwood watching onwards as this goes free for Robertson, who has Dallas' only goal. Robertson tried a half spin, but Colorado's all over him and his pass sails sideways. Harley on the hold, but gives it up for the Avs, and they move it for the far side. This is who I believe is that, I can't get a number, is Jack Drury got number 18 on that one. Parker Kelly could not get the pass, and Lyubushkin pinning his man down low as we have another puck battle on the opposite Gretzky's office. So 2 puck battles as many times. Here's Robertson's in the thick of it. Kelly, O'Connor, Harley, also there. So it's a no man's land. It's freed up from no man's land. Held inside by Girard, going down low for Kelly, who gets tied up by Robertson again. And once again, it's back in no man's land. Back like it never left. Harley trying to poke it, and O'Connor trying to track it, shoving in Robertson once, then twice. Kelly is getting bullied all around this Denver ice. He just cannot break free of this headlock as Harley shoving him again and again. And finally, Dallas gets it free. How long was that? Several seconds of this. Back comes O'Connor. He fires. Ottinger gets a piece of it. Molinsky's on the keep. He broke his stick previously on a one-timer, gets back his stick, and then feeds Jonathan Drouin on a one-time goal. So get the assist to the equipment manager for that goal. That's the most recent one. That was back in the second period. Tie up behind the net. Lyubushkin breaks free. Onto the far corner as Dallas is waiting for an opening. The line changes here up for out. For center, this gets deflected by Ben, and then picked up by Colorado. Up for the far side, Colton back inside. Colton has the man onto his left. Set up for Kiviranta up front. There was nothing there for him as Ottinger met him stone cold. Charlie Coyle holding it on to Ross Colton. Now it's a deep shot from Lindgren. Ottinger got a piece of that one. And Johnson freeing this up for Maverick Bourque as the Stars go 2-on-2. Chip pass up for Bourque. Up for the far corner, and he slips up. Ryan Lindgren couldn't get this one out. Bourque is back on his feet. Bourque faking out to the fence. Oh my word! Wedgwood's out of his crease. He gets back onto it. Now it's freed up for Dumba. Dumba fires it. Loose at the front. And it's still loose in there. And they score! How chaotic was this?
Oh my goodness. We had the brace against the boards for about 2 minutes. Maverick Bourque falls down as he had the puck near the left side circle. He's the recipient. He's able to get back up. Wedgwood makes an unbelievable save, sprawled out with the glove hand against Jamie Benn. But Dallas was the first to get to the vulcanized rubber, and then they score off the down-and-out rebound. But man, oh man, Wedgwood with a highway robbery just to even make that somewhat close in the beginning.
That's getting lost in all of this chaos. Us with Jamie Benn battling for the loose puck. Got Scott Wedgwood before that goal. He made one of the more unbelievable saves of the game. This bounces off of Wedgwood and then off Eric Johnson, who's back in Colorado, and then in the net. And Maverick Bourque's going to get credit for this goal. I can't believe it either, John, that this goal even happened in the first place, because Wedgwood was down and out for the count for most of the time. And now it's a 1-goal game, and Dallas, as I was said previously, I know this may have been from Jaylen Brown, don't let's get one, they tie it! They tied it up at 3! Matt Duchene!
Oh, I'm glad I joined you for the end of this one. I guess we're going to have fireworks. I was mentioning it, and so we were talking about it as it was coming in. It seemed like the shots on goal were a little bit lifeless, but I mean, what's Wedgwood going to do on these last couple of goals? Matt Duchene ends up beating 3 Avalanche. Gerard just gives it right up on the other side from Mikael Granlund. The puck moved around beautifully. Esa Lindell right at the doorstep. It's Duchene. Finishes it off with the backhand, and all of a sudden, Mr. Novel, we're tied.
This is not what Bo Nix wanted to see, as he is at the rink side for watching this game, the Denver Broncos starting quarterback. But Matt Duchene, what an effort at the front of the net, tying this one up at 3 apiece on his former team. He scored the double overtime winner in Game 6 last year. We could be seeing a rematch of these two in the first round. Taves chased after by one of the Stars, and then another one. He'll defer it over to Makar, who exited this game briefly because it was cross-checked by Jason Robertson up in the face. Nathan McKinnon had to briefly go to the bench. Both he and McKinnon are back in this game. How good are the Avalanche right now? A pin towards the wall. Avalanche fans think there should have been a boarding call. Down goes Wyatt Johnston through the ice. And over the near half of the boards, fires this one around as Lindgren got in the way at that pass. Held inside by Bourque. And here's Johnston. This young core meshing together nicely for Dallas. Johnston, Robertson, Hintz, Bourque, Harley, Heiskanen, and you can also add Lee and Bishop onto this core. From the high slot, stopped by Wedgwood, the rebound loose in front. Maverick Bourque couldn't get to the puck. It's over to the far corner now. Lindgren is tying his man up front. And now at the far half boards, this gets chipped out for the ice. As Colorado's going to take changes, it's not enough for an icing. And Dallas will scoop it up from their own end. They have life here in this third period. As Jaylen Brown once said, don't let us get one. And Dallas got 2. 4:03 to go here in this third period. And they come with some numbers. At the near corner park is Duchene going back towards the point. Matt Dumba, the former Minnesota Wild defenseman. It was kicked out, I believe, by Wedgwood. Yes, it was kicked out by Wedgwood. Johnson pile drives his man to the ground. Coyle also there in the vicinity as the time is over at the far corner. Duchene tried to poke away at the puck. And he gets it over to Bishop. Bishop, a deep shot, went wide. Didn't miss by much, though. And Colorado will move it 3-on-2. Could be 3-on-3, though, as Dallas is rushing back to the puck. Forced over to the far corner, as Coyle wanted to get after it. Moved towards the point. Deep shot from Malinsky, bounced up, and it exits out the center. Malinsky, once again, he'll retry it. Taves waits by the penalty box doors. He'll defer it backwards. And he gets it back. 3:13 to play. This place is buzzing with Bo Nix in attendance. Driving towards the net for the shot. Oh, that was very tight. Too close for comfort for Jake Ottinger. 3 minutes to play here in the period. If nobody scores here, we'll go to overtime. Unless if we have a tying goal right after that. And what has been a chaotic game in Mikko Rantanen's return. 2:51 to go. And a deep pass. And offside was Logan O'Connor. He got a little excited.
Well, all of a sudden I jump in here, Alec. Again, the Dallas Stars, they're the ones that ignite a couple of goals right in at the doorstep. Latest with Duchene, who just continues to be that engine that can ignite. Again, for Jim Nill and Matt Duchene, for him to get him off the buyout, that's got to be one of the best pickups. We talked about that last year. One of the best pickups ever on the site for any NHL team. And again, we can talk about this as well. We just mentioned the points and everything else in the standings. I'll just say it to you like this, Alec. For Dallas to even get one of these would feel like a steal.
Yes, it would, given that they've been outgunned and outplayed through the course of this game, and they chose to wake up what it mattered the most, the third period, with 2 goals in 20 seconds. How quick of a turnaround for them. And if they can win this one, that would be an even bigger steal for them.
Well, you're already getting me pumped up with the possibility of the fact that we could get Dallas and Colorado in the first round. I think probably in our first round, as long as I'm not stuck in Muskegon with the Sharks, I think maybe we could probably cover this multiple times, 2 or 3 times, because I think it'd be fitting, because the first round matchups that you would want to watch, this one's probably at the top of the list.
You can take this one and either one of the 2 versus 3 matchups in the Atlantic, or if in any case, whoever wins the Atlantic versus potentially the Ottawa Senators in the WC1, because this is Ottawa's return to the playoffs. Very likely they are 5 points ahead of the second wildcard spot, which is held by the Rangers, and 6 points ahead of the first team that's on the outside looking in, Montreal. So Ottawa looks like their playoff spot may be secured this year. What a turnaround.
Yeah, it has been. You bring in Linus Solmark, you make some of those trades. We've been talking about them for a long time, just to try to get everything settled. It's about time they make the postseason. I agree with you. I think they're going to do it. I think they're going to get WC1 at least locked up, but WC2 might come down to the wire.
That's an even tighter race to determine the WC2 race, and it's basically a 7-team race between the Rangers, Canadiens, Blue Jackets, Red Wings, Bruins, Islanders, and surprisingly the Penguins.
We'll see how this continues. 2:50 left.
Jamie Benn and Nathan MacKinnon on the faceoff. Won by Ben. Delivered to the left point, and this deep shot. Wedgwood held on through contact from Jamie Benn at the end.
So again, I know Alec profiled it in the East and the West. Again, Vancouver ended up getting a win yesterday. Same thing with St. Louis. They'll be playing both on a back-to-back. Calgary's off till Monday, and then they got a 4-game road stand starting with the Maple Leafs.
Minnesota does have an 8-point cushion over Calgary in the wild card race, but given that they've been fleeting over the course of the season after starting out in second place of the standings, that wild card 1 spot might not be safe anymore. They are up by 6 points over Vancouver, but their chances are slipping here of getting past the first round. At the penalty box doors, the Avs free it up and move it down for the far side of the ice. They need one badly. Shot right on Ottinger. Rebound is loose at the slot. And Dallas clears this one partially. One-timer MacKinnon. And is gloved by Ottinger as he keeps this one alive. 2:18 to go. Dallas trying to complete the comeback. Colorado has 20 comeback wins this season. Third most in the NHL. Wild pass. And this will be touched by Ottinger off a stick from one of Colorado's players. Dallas feeds it up with 2 minutes to go onto the near corner. Johnson's the first one back with Mikko Rantanen in pursuit. He has an assist here. He has not had a goal. Once he got a goal for Dallas, right on his former team. Would it be storybook for him to score the winning goal against Colorado? This one kicked up by Ottinger. He leaves it behind for Labushkin. To Harley. Thomas Harley on the far side of the ice, near the Dallas bench. Charging up with steam as Hits lost control at the puck, and at the way outside, it is Taves moving it up for the near side. Taves, Ottinger slowed it down, and it'll be scooped up and played by Cody Ceci. Colorado keeps this one alive. Taves moves it around for the near boards, and out for the far side. First one back is Duchesne. Shoved towards the wall by Parker Kelly. 1:15 to play here in the third period. It is Dallas up for the near side of the ice. This one moved down past Wedgwood, and no icing here. We're coming up with 1 minute to go here, 5 seconds away from it. Jack Drury finding a man up front, and it's still in play. Last minute of regulation. Moving down for the ice to Colorado zone. Taves. Bouncing puck is held inside by Dallas. Granlund fighting Marchment. Marchment gets dispossessed in time by Lehkonen. Excellent defensive awareness. And MacKinnon couldn't find the Von Tays back. And for the far side, Dallas will see this one go back to Colorado. 40 seconds. The Avs are looking for something here. They need something back here. On for the far corner. Nichushkin in front went wide. And the center pass in front couldn't be set up there. MacKinnon from the near corner line to go back for Lindgren. Ryan Lindgren on for the side for Johnson. Johnson fires. And Ottinger covers up with 23 seconds left.
I know I'm going to jump ahead of this. I guess I'll wait till 23 seconds because I'm already thinking about who I want to select for the OT or shootout game winners.
You know, we've been thinking about this a lot. And Nichushkin, he does have words for Marchment. These two are not happy with one another. But have you ever seen a penalty in which the guy serving the penalty didn't actually trip the opposition?
some of these calls and some of these sports over the last few days, Alec, have been pretty questionable.
Yeah, especially the Marchment tripping penalty, in which he actually did not trip Cale Makar, but it was actually his teammate Devon Toews, yet Marchment gets the penalty. How is that even possible?
Doesn't make a lot of sense.
20 seconds ago, Colorado keeps his one inside onto the near half boards, and the Avs want to set up for a potential winning goal, trying to steal 2 points. Kivaranta's tied up. Dallas now wants to pull ahead. 6 seconds. 5 seconds now, they just dump this in. Wedgwood will lead this one rolling. At the near quarter, Colorado will run this one down. Here we go. After Dallas trailed by 2, they've come alive and force overtime.
So I know I got this right the other day in the cast with you. It took another shootout for Connor Garland. I don't want to step on anything that you're going to take, but for the Colorado Avalanche, I want to take this one. I know he's just come back recently. I want to get Val Nichushkin, and on the other side for Dallas, give me Wyatt Johnston.
All right, so let's think about this for overtime / shootout winners. So that's to lock in for who I would believe gets the winner. For Colorado, I'm taking Brock Nelson, and Dallas, I'll go with a defenseman, Thomas Harley.
So I appreciate you going even more off the board than I am. We kept all the main names out in the open, so I guess credit to both of us there, because it'd be too easy to take Nathan McKinnon or Cale Makar and all of that, or Mikko Rantanen, but I like our choices. I think one of us might get paid there.
Who knows? I know the easy choices are too easy to guess, but at times when and you have to think about this guy's going on a scoreless streak, as in the case with Connor McDavid in the double overtime win over Dallas in Game 1 last year. Why would they not be picked in such a case?
Well, the other thing, too, I think about here concurrently, all the other moves we talked about with the Avalanche, correct? Well, we can also mention this, too. With Val Nichushkin coming back, that's like a free agent pickup.
Basically, yes. You're getting him back and fully healthy back onto the top 6. He missed a lot of the season because of injury and his opening month suspension. But now that he's back, he's been a daily contributor to the Avalanche night in and night out, as is the case now.
Here we go. What type of pressure is Mikko Rantanen going to be under to try to win this one? You know he's got to be a little bit extra juiced up. You'd have to believe.
An emotional reunion with his former team, along with his former line-mate Nathan McKinnon. These two were best friends together, and it feels heartbreaking to see that. Heartbreaking for McKinnon to see his former line-mate get traded at the time of the trade. But McKinnon's still buzzing well, league leader in points, and you'd think he'd be a favorite for the Hart Trophy, if not for Leon. He'd be a lock for the Hart Trophy, if not for Leon Draisaitl, or maybe even Connor Hellebuck. Nothing's guaranteed. So here we go, 3-on-3 overtime for 5 minutes. Underway here, Dallas with first possession. Johnston, Rantanen, and Harley for this opening possession. McKinnon's out there with Drury and Nichushkin. 3 forwards out there for Colorado. Now to get Drury off the ice. He was out there for the opening faceoff. They get Cale Makar onto the ice. Harley's going to look. And someone jumped across just before Harley did. Offside.
That wasn't exactly clean there for the Dallas Stars. Again, they wanted to play with puck possession. We saw it the other day against the Canucks and Flames. The Canucks, they just kept circling back in their own zone. They would not give the puck up.
So yeah, puck possession, of course, is one of the main keys of the game, and Dallas knows this fully accountable of that. Johnson, Rantanen, and Harley again. It'll be Nelson, McKinnon, and Makar for Colorado. Is this Nelson being solely for the faceoff, or is he going to stay out there on the ice? He wins the faceoff and immediately jumps onto the bench. It'll be a drop pass as they get someone else onto the ice. No, Nelson's staying out there. I thought he was going to have to go to the bench. Cale Makar jumping up front. Makar to the slot. He scores! Cale Makar wins it for Colorado!
And is he nasty? All that took was a little bit of a one-handed tuck. It's kind of a knuckle puck to the bottom left corner of Jake Ottinger, but still credit to him, be able to split the seam. Again, we talk about a lot between the Avalanche, don't we? But within that top 3 that they could put out there, that's kind of like putting a Four Nations team out there when you have Nathan McKinnon and Cale Makar on the same side. And I guess none of us are surprised that Cale Makar ends up getting the GWG.
He's a blazing machine. Whenever he's out there onto the ice, he sparks danger onto the lineup. He fakes like he's going to circle back, then drops back to McKinnon as he is intending to play this one. He is not talking about puck possession. He wants to go all offense. and he faked out Thomas Harley and for the overtime winner. What a move. What a goal by Makar. Wow.
Splits two defenders there, a little bit of a stick lift, little drag to get on the other side, as you said, get around Harley, little easy dipsy doodle, and then just flips the shot. Again, Ottinger really nowhere in position, Alec, to make that save.
No, he too was faked out because of how Makar faded from his vision and then popped back into vision and, hey, now you see me, now you don't.
So I guess we'll go back to the original point. Again, the Avs get the 2, which they should have. They were up by 2 anyway. But for the Stars, I think to get at least 1, that's going to mean a lot in the standings. Because, again, as you said, Dallas Stars still have 2 games in hand of the Avalanche. So they get a chance to maybe try to get to the 2 seed if they can make up some of these games. Again, just because you have the games doesn't mean that you're going to get the points. But I still believe that Dallas has an opportunity here to get that 2 seed. But for the Avalanche, I'll just say this to you openly. I think the Avalanche still are going to be dangerous. Again, I got them going all the way to the Cup final. I know it sounds like a lot, but I really believe in all the trades and all the moves that they've made. Again, we talked about the addition of Valachuskin again, just coming back. There's so much more to do, a complete revamped defense, goaltending. Dallas is still a really good team. I am hoping for that 2-3 matchup we've been talking about between Dallas and Colorado. It should be a lot of fun. And it's a shame that it would have to come so early. It's too bad it's not a second or third round matchup.
Yeah, it's a big shame, which speaks to this playoff format with a lot of division matchups. Of course, it's a lot of thrill seeing division matchups, but at what cost? That's the big question about here. But this would ideally be a second round, maybe even a conference finals matchup in the 1-8 playoff format once you think about this over the way. But nonetheless, this should be easily the most exciting first round matchup of all the entire playoffs between Dallas and Colorado. We just got ourselves a preview of what's to come.
Yeah, it was a pretty good preview. I appreciate you, Alec. Let me jump in on this broadcast. Hopefully get a chance to talk again soon, at least before the matchup between the Tigers and the Dodgers, which I'm looking forward to. But appreciate you letting me jump in today.
Appreciate it, John. Hopefully, Frozen 4 tournament, March Madness down for the future. Maybe so.
I think so. We'll definitely be in contact. I'll talk to you soon.
All right. Talk to you soon, John.